Hi, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. Today we have a very special show with a guest. Okay, sorry. Let me introduce my co-host Kat L, and I'm your host Amy. Um, Jerusha is running a little late, so let me just share housekeeping before we get started. So here's our calendar, and as you see today, we have a very special guest. Jerusha is coming back for her third time, and she's going to share basically her story around her Bergen offer. I know she did a vlog already. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it. But yeah, let's just pick her brain. Hopefully, she joins us soon. Otherwise, we also have many topics, and this calendar is already posted both on my community post and Kat's community post. So just make sure you follow us there. Yeah, let us know if you have any questions. I'm going to close this calendar since you guys probably saw it.
Hi, I see Vivi commenting. Yeah, comment because sometimes StreamYard is a bit wonky. And then I think there were a couple of times last year, I don't know which year, we've been on this luxury live show for so long. But remember when we were chatting and like, why isn't anybody commenting on anything? And we couldn't see the comments. Remember, we had to get out and come back in, but everybody was commenting, but we couldn't see anything. So put some comments just to make sure everything's working.
Yes.
And hi, Julie.
Yeah, I think Jerusha should be coming. She even created another story again. But anyway, while we wait for her, we were just talking about the weather, like with Kat earlier before behind the scenes, and I was telling Kat, I'm like, oh, it's finally warming up. It's like 17 degrees here, so I can wear my silk top.
It's like
But
the
obviously,
opposite,
I
right?
still
Because
need
it's
a
been
jacket.
so hot here. It's been scorching hot, very humid, and then finally today it's thunderstorming outside. It's stormed since last night, and it's just raining cats and dogs. My poor dog's like, of all days, it has to rain on a Saturday because usually before the luxury live show, I take her to a park right in the morning, like 9 o'clock, and she can run everywhere, and then I'll come back and shop. But today, no running. She's sitting there.
No
She's
running.
like,
Poor doggy.
poor
I hope you can
doggy.
bring her tomorrow. I remember when I used to have a pet rabbit. We had two. But we would let them out in the backyard in the summertime, and it would literally do rounds running so fast, like a little animal like this, right? But they run so fast, and then they get so exhausted, but then they're so happy and they just lay there in the dirt. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Julie. Yes, the reason why I wore this top or this scarf as a top today, I went to an Hermes event today. Been doing a lot of Hermes shopping. They had a scarf event. I don't remember the name. It was something elaborate, but it was actually pretty casual. You show up. They had some models wearing the scarves as well, wearing them as tops, and they also had some like little snacks. They were mostly sweet snacks from La Durée, actually, like really nice dessert, little hors d'oeuvre, and then drinks. And I just missed the subscriber. The subscriber, because some Vancouverite subscribers who follow my channel, we sometimes talk about Hermes as well. And he just texted me while I just arrived, and he had already left. And I'm like, oh, I just missed you. But anyway, so it was nice. It was nice. It was a nice day today. Finally, nice enough for me to wear. Because you know how silk is a beautiful material, but when it's really frigid cold, it gets through the silk, right? So I finally can wear silk and just need a little jacket. Oh, someone's here. Let's welcome our special guest, Jerusha, babe. How are you?
Hi, guys. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Sorry that little I was posting as well at the same time, running around like an absolute madman. I was posting at the same time. Hi, girls.
Hi, it's good to
This is
Say
crazy.
hi. Say hi to Jerusha.
Cute. I
Hi to
was gonna
Jerusha.
say, what breed?
Oh, it's a Cavapoo.
A Camahu?
Cavapoo. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
mix
a
between.
Cavalier cross poodle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's so cute.
Cute.
Amy, looking
Yes, babe.
glam.
Sorry.
Looking
glamorous.
glam,
Oh, thank
sister.
you. I was just saying before you joined, I was at an event earlier today. I was at a Hermes silk event. Hence, I'm wearing a silk as a top.
Did you do that?
Yeah, this is a 90 centimeter square silk.
Do you want to show us how you did it?
It's very, I show it all the time. It's very
Oh,
simple.
do you?
So like I literally just tie a knot. So like your silk square is like this, right?
Right.
Like this. I just tie the two top like that. And it's this, oh sorry, this, what am I looking at? This is the top.
Right.
And then I just wrap it around my waist. That's it.
And then you just have like a bralette.
Oh yeah, just a bralette.
Oh, okay, cute. Oh,
Yeah, it's very
cute.
simple. And
Did you have a nice time?
Show.
Did you have a nice time?
Yeah, it's always nice to.
That's Vancouver, right?
Yeah, we're very nice weather today, and the event was kind of casual. You just go, and they were showcasing scarves. They have some pretty exquisite scarves with embroidery.
Cashmere?
Embroidery.
Yeah, but cashmere base scarves or
Silk and cashmere.
silk?
Yeah. Mostly silk. They do have cashmere though.
And is that invited? Like, are you invited to that? Like,
I was invited. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was invited. The reason I don't know, maybe because my essay knows that I'm a scarf lady, so she made sure to invite me. But I also was just at the store last week, so maybe it was close enough to the event that she remembered to invite me.
Right.
But
right.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they invite a lot of people because it's a very today was a very informal event. It wasn't like a limited, I don't think it was like a limited space type of thing. Not today's event anyway.
Did you mingle with?
I did a little bit.
Bags and decided you were going to mingle.
Definitely. I missed
She says definitely.
there too.
I see a mini Kelly Croc. I'm going to talk to her.
What?
Did you mingle around? Jerusha Diva on budget saying you look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I can't see the chat.
Oh, you can't see the chat.
Am I on something?
Are you on the phone?
Do I need to log in or something, Amy?
You should be able to see the chat. Are you on the phone or on the computer?
I'm on the computer. You're in the show. I'm always on the computer with you guys because it sets me up.
There should be a tab on top that says chat.
Comments. Oh, hi. Whoa. Hi, guys.
So there you go.
Oh, sorry. I had it randomly shut off. Hi, guys. Hey, Jerusha. Hey, Julie. Joanna A. Oh. I just said on Instagram, that was such a flurry. I feel like I fly in here. Okay, let's just first say, am I the only YouTuber you've had on 3 times? Look at the two of you,
I think so.
No, GPS was also on 3 times.
GPS.
Yeah, GPS was on 3 times. I think Karis is either twice. 2 times or 3 times.
But years ago, right?
Yeah. You're the one who did the most frequently, like more back to back. Because last year we did July and August with you.
Okay, this is like back to back. But that's what's funny is I'm like, thinking to myself, okay, I'll just start with a little intro. we're gonna stay and focus this time, because I stupidly last night put the boys to bed, sat, and because I wanted to look at the time frame. I didn't want to be sitting here going, how long ago was it? Like, waste time asking you dates and stuff, because if you think about it, it's your regular show, right? So if you have a regular podcast, I just said that in my Instagram as well. It should be a podcast. Wait
It
till
is
you
sort of
see
a
if you see my
podcast. It's a
story
video
that I
podcast.
just randomly did then, making a coffee.
I saw it.
Oh, you don't have it,
I
Amy.
know, it's in the kitchen. I'm using my
I was so
Tiffany one
excited
today.
because I was like, well, there's a story behind that. If
Mine's Doraemon, because mine's cracked. Because
you know what yours is, though, Kat? Yours is a Starbucks collectible, is it not?
No, it's a collectible. It's a 50th anniversary one, so you can't get this. Clara, who's also on YouTube, got it for me. It's one of my favorite mugs. It's so cute.
But it's a collectible.
It is.
Do you know?
I better not crack it.
You better not crack it. Don't come into my lifestyle right now. But I went on a around the world trip before I opened my boutique. I was like, I'm going to go travel the world, see everything before I settle down with my boutique, like, because I was going to factories that I contract to in Hong Kong. So then I just kept going. And every city I stopped in, I grabbed the city Starbucks mug.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I have the entire, and none are cracked, every city.
Wow.
And that's why it reminded me, because then they even did like the cartoon series.
Yeah.
They like they signed with Disney and did like a few of the Disney characters, but heaps of like the Smurfs and stuff. And that's why I was like, did they do anime or anything?
You know, I'm surprised they haven't, because in the past few years, like these Japanese anime cartoon comics, they are becoming so popular. Like Hello Kitty, Doraemon, they're coming so I wouldn't be surprised in the next year or so they'll have a collaboration with Starbucks, and oh my god, I'm definitely getting it.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I wish, like, we have Starbucks here, but it's nothing like America. It's actually nothing like Hong Kong either. I don't know about, Singapore, obviously. You've got your Starbucks.
But it's different. I think it's the Australia Starbucks is different than the America one, because it's just like maybe the milk. I think it's the milk.
We're more like you, and we're more like Hong Kong. I feel like the only one that I've tasted that's close to America is Canada, but then even you've got your own coffee culture, Amy. To me,
but
when I'm in Canada, which I've said before, my family live there, so that is similar to our coffee culture, which is real coffee.
Yeah,
real coffee.
Like, we're coffee snobs here, like real coffee. Like, we don't consider Starbucks coffee at all.
Yeah, it's milk.
No, it's milk. Like, we'll sit down and order ristrettos. Like, we're Italian style coffee.
Yeah, that's
so
strong.
kind of like coffee snobs, and I feel like Canada is similar to that in the sense that, again, I feel like
have
it's like
our
an
own
English side to the English settlement there.
More Italian kind of chains. Like, we have Artigiano, which is definitely like a much like a real stronger espresso type based coffees.
And you have like Coffee House, don't you? Coffee House.
Coffee House we don't have, but we have other coffee shops, which I can't even remember all the names, because I love Nespresso. I love my Nespresso, so I just make that at home. The Nespresso pods.
I ended my sponsorship contract with them.
Why?
I'm actually really sad about it. because
Oh.
it was a complete fluke. Because I kept putting them in vlogs. I kept putting the machines in vlogs and making coffee in vlogs. And I would tag them or post them. And the, advertising, the social media advertising manager or management reached out to me. It was kind of like, you're an Aussie. Can you pitch it? Can you work with us? And we'll send you capsules and machines. And I just kind of became like the Nespresso girl, especially in our family and friends, that I was like, did you want a machine? Do you know how Oprah like gave out cars that like time in her show? You want a car, you want a car. I was like that.
You got a machine, you got an espresso.
Will makes fun of me like, hey, Jerusha's here. Do you want an espresso machine? So I kind of became like an espresso machine girl, but it how do I explain it? It is so convenient, Amy.
It is.
This is a grind. So my story went that my like adopted grandmother, she's a family friend, and she's like 92, and she loves her Nespresso. So her machine, the seal broke. So I'm like, you win an espresso. And I'm like, here, take ours, because I'm sure Nespresso would send me another one if I asked this, that, and the other. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Jerusha. So we were out without one for a while. And Will goes, that's okay. The restaurant has a spare proper, like with the teller and everything, grind. And I was like, oh, hell no, sister. I'm not learning how to work that. Like, I just need taking the boys to school. I need a quick coffee situation. That's why I was like, I have 5 minutes. I need a coffee, because that's what it takes because it's proper baristed coffee now in this house. So when the managers reached out to me going like, do you want like we'll send you our new 200 capsules on the new machine. So they're very clever. They changed their capsules to the larger capsules.
The round ones.
Right. Well, think about it. It's so patent clever, because everybody's copied the capsules. You can get Starbucks capsules to work with your machine. It wrecks your machine. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm not just backing it because I promoted them, but truthfully, they don't have the actual combination of them, like the engineering right on their capsules. So it breaks the seal versus an espresso capsule. So it's a clever subscription, because you got to keep buying. Anyway, this is another chapter. Back to the point I was making. I made the stupid mistake of putting the boys to bed and then just catching up on where we were 8 months ago.
Wow.
But that's what it is, right, Amy? Like,
it was. Yeah, the last episode was in August, and then the previous one was just in July. But it felt like it was just yesterday. Like, honestly, it doesn't feel like we've chatted that
That's what
long.
I was going to say. I was going to say the complete opposite. To me, it feels like 2 years ago. Yes, because...
Really?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because to us in the luxury community and on luxury and luxury in general, so much has changed. So much.
It has.
Inflation. Everything flipped since the pandemic. Inflation, price increases. I mean, there's topic upon topic upon topic. And then there's domestic issues within the luxury community. And then all the shadiness that we covered over the last 3 weeks and crap like that. Like, but do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like so much has happened in 8 months that it's just kind of like, to me, it feels like a long time.
I guess it doesn't feel so long for us because we do this every week.
Yeah, exactly. We do it every week.
Duh. Like, I'm there, like, they don't, this ain't long for them because they're like, yeah, every week.
We have to keep talking. It's like, so it's like every day, right? Every week, just passing by. And then you say 8 months. And I'm like, 8 months? Has it been 8 months?
Yeah. So it's not like, that's what I was trying to say. It's the flip side for me, but You girls are so regular. So I just said on my story 3 years because I'm saying I sat and binged to get myself up to date. Oh, look, we're live. Amy's live. Come and join us. I just yelled at so many luxury YouTubers to join us.
Winnie B is here. Hi, Winnie.
Winnie.
Hi, Winnie.
Winnie. Oh my God. Ugh, crap. Amy. Okay. This is the rules when Jerusha comes on your podcast. All right. Very clear rules because it was possibly grinding last night to watch it back in different sections. I wanted to know what we covered in different areas and then what was, not that it's fine to go over the topic again, but I wanted just to cover different areas to see if I was repeating myself. I stupidly went through the comments. We got some hate. Jerusha's obnoxious. That's fine. I was very obnoxious in our last one, and I was completely aloof in the first one because I had my entire family upstairs, and I watched it back as a viewer. Do you understand? Like, as opposed to watching myself back. So I really felt like I just want, and I say Amy because I feel like she's stricter with me and we've probably known each other longer. No offense, Kat. But can you please keep me on track? I mean, it's just,
I will. Don't worry about it.
I know that I'm a little all over the place, but
Jerusha, there's also this, like every guest is different and every person is different. So with you, there's your flow. And yes, sometimes I will just be like, okay, let's like switch topics.
Pull it back. Right.
But it's not a big deal that we get derailed or that you want to go on an tangent because that's just the way you are.
I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because everyone has a personality, Jerusha. So we're just and that's why we have guests, because everyone's different. So we've got like GPS, chill, and then we've got ones that we have lots of topics, which makes every live with guests different. Because if everybody is like listening to us, then
you call it GPS. You call him G, the gentleman.
Oh yeah, G. Yes.
I came in the comments with him because I was freaking him out about this person.
No, you weren't.
Which we want to see. We want to see the bag.
I know Amy's so upset I haven't filmed.
It's okay. People will see your bag. We want to hear the story though. Because Jerusha, are you on a journey?
If you watch the vlog, it's not. Let me move that.
Oh, it's already.
It's already.
Wow.
But I mean, do you know what I mean? Everybody stole my random. Everybody kind of watched that vlog. They saw me go through my thought pattern of it. And to be honest, like quite a few people, see, Amy, keep me on track. Quite a few people were like, oh, like you were taken aback. Insert Gree Pal. Insert Gree Pal. Cellier. Insert unboxing last night. Cellier. Epsom 28.
Yes, mine. But we're not here to talk about
track because I'm going to jump all over the place. But a lot of subbies said in that vlog, like you just weren't, like you were like, oh wow, but like they know us, so they can tell that we're not like.
Jerusha, I know how you feel because like I also, even on my video today that went up today, there's a group of people who are chatting among themselves, basically talking about how I don't genuinely love my bag and this and that, and I'm just like, whatever. Like you can say whatever you
they
like.
have a conversation,
and they'll say whatever they want about you, about any of us, and it's just at the end of the day, we can't shut them up because it's just like they don't really know us at the same time either.
Right.
And so I don't think, I know easier said than done, but I don't think that we should let those comments put us down. I know it sucks to read it because we all have feelings, but I'm just telling you, Jerusha, to not worry about it because I mean, I could delete all day in these things, but it's like, what's the point? It's not going to stop them, right? So I wouldn't even like you can rest assured that with us you can say or talk about anything, whatever tangent you want to go on. That's completely fine.
I feel like I can. I feel so comfortable.
But we will bring you back. We will bring you back here and there. So.
But you keep up with it, so that's what I love as great hosts. You know where I'm at because I go off on tangents too badly, but yeah,
that's all good.
My point in saying I have not done this haul. I am in the studio, as you can see, ready to film. We've got a few other things to film, and then I will do the full unboxing. Hopefully, if you saw that vlog, you saw the bag. But you say you just upload it, but that's so funny because that's today for me. So I live in the future. And it was so refreshing. I read all the comments in that Kelly unboxing, and it was actually really refreshing to see some similar comments of like, I saw it, like, Amy, you're not that in love with it, and it's a big bag, and why would you have got it if you like? And it's like, I did get comments like that in the vlog, like, you're not raving. I thought you'd be so excited and stuff like that. And you know what? It's like, switch positions, see the price tag, and then come on over and go, in this time space, you've got to piece it all together, and then you got to piece it all together. You got to work backwards on what your wish list was. You got to work forward on, will you use it? You got to work forward on, you did it. There is so much to work out, and you don't got all day. You don't have, I mean, you know, you have your appointment and you can say, can I go have a coffee and come back? But at the same time, it's a business transaction. So you don't want to waste time. You don't want to feel pressured. You can definitely pass, which you said you did on the Constance.
Yeah.
And you accepted the Kelly 28, and that's how it landed. And I loved your general. I loved your actual authentic reaction to it. I loved you saying it's heavy as hell. It's heavy. And it actually measures 29 centimeters. And the other thing you said, I just watched it, so it's really fresh to me. It was like last night, so I'm sorry, it's just this morning it came up, so it's really fresh. The other thing with it is it's really thick.
Yes.
Because of the cellier, which, if you remember, you know how I feel about the lovely leather. But the thickness, even a thick leather like Clemence or Togo, the Epsom, especially with the cellier, which is the outward cut, is so thick. So each fold that you look at on that bag is really thick, and it adds to the weight.
It does. And it is a bigger bag also.
And you've only had what have you've got your Kelly, your mini Kelly.
Oh yeah, but that's
your Kelly 25.
Yeah.
And then your Birkin 25.
Yes.
So this is massive for you.
This is massive.
This is massive.
But it's a gorgeous bag. I couldn't say no. Like, look at the color. And look at what I'm wearing today. Like, it goes, like, this is the kind of...
You wore it?
I wore it. Yeah, I wore it.
Can you stand? Are you... Are you dressed at the
So
bottom?
I wore it
Stand
lightly
back to the door and
because
do no OTD with the bag?
today, right now?
Yeah, like do you have anything? Do you have PJs on the bottom?
No. I have my proper outfit today on.
Kat, encourage with me. Can you stand back to that door
Yeah,
with
show us the bag with what you're wearing.
You are so
your
funny because
hair
I
looks
also
so
filmed,
beautiful.
which you can see it also. I'll post. I just filmed a short of my outfit as well, right? So you'll be able to see
Okay.
that. But I will show you since you asked, and I'm still in my
Well,
outfit.
show because the luxury live show should want a beauty lux lover. Hi, babe. Oh my gosh, she's
It
so
shows your
lovely.
bag. Hang on, let me make you bigger, Amy. I'll do
Yeah,
it.
okay.
There we
I did
go.
put it back. I did put it
You
back
put
in
it
my
all back,
bag,
good
so
girl.
I have to undress her. But
I had a
this is
person
how
tell me the
she's
other day
worn.
we were crazy that we put it all back.
I know.
So,
Let me.
you've put the twilly on.
Yeah, because it's a white handle, right? There you
Well,
go.
that's my questions. I've got questions. So is that the A embroidered?
Oh no. This is a Dior mitzvah.
Oh,
And this
that's
A
nice.
is printed on. I
Oh yeah,
received
you
this
said that in the
a
unboxing.
few years ago from Kat. But my outfit consists of the scarf I was telling you that I was wearing as a top. So see how like I just tied the top.
Yeah,
So the rectangle goes like this. I just tied the top as a so I'm wearing it as
90. Yeah.
like that, and then I just wrap it around here.
Perfect.
Like just overlap. And then I have my slip skirt on, which is securing the dress. I mean the outfit.
Look at that. Look at that.
Take a screenshot.
Wow.
Look at that.
I love it when the bags open, actually. I love Kelly's because I love them open. They look so cool and just casual.
So casual.
Yeah. That's the outfit.
Kat, is that not? Come on.
It's beautiful.
That's why you can't say no to this white bag.
Well, obviously.
You think it looks big, but it's like I'm looking at it. Like the audience is all looking at it. We're all looking at it.
Stop! Someone just made that comment. It's not that big. 28.
Okay, I know what you. I agree with you guys, but it's bigger than all my bags, which is why
you're not used to it.
Yeah,
hands down. So you're not used to it.
For the love of bags,
it's just bigger than all my bags, which is why at first I was just like, oh my gosh, it's bigger, and I prefer when they're lighter and everything. But I do agree that it's not so ginormous that I can't pull it off. That's not what I meant by big, because it is big. It is bigger than all my other bags.
Right.
Yeah. Because it is like, let me just go behind if I can even like go more further. It is a lot bigger than my other bags.
Wow.
It's a proper briefcase, don't you think? Like the size.
I mean, this size, it is. Do you know what? It has to adapt to your brain, has to essentially remap itself to a bigger size situation. And that's not saying in other brands you've got big bags as well. That's not what we're saying here. It's like, oh, well, you've got a big YSL bag. That's not the point. The point is that you kind of reset yourself to a new size. So from in my personal experience, I went from a 35 in my gold to the tube in 30, and I thought it was absolutely tiny.
Right. So it's a perspective, right?
Right.
It's relative to what you're used to.
And we went over this. I don't use the 25, but I've touched a Birkin 20, and I'm like, that's a toy to me. Like it's an absolute toy to me.
Jerusha has a question for you.
It's relative to what I'm used to, basically. But it's so gorgeous. I love it.
There's a question for you from Julie asking about your new bag. Let me pull it out. I saw it earlier.
And Winnie, you put Winnie up just then.
Oh, Winnie said Yeah, Winnie said it's not that big. You're tiny.
Oh, thank you.
She is like the absolute Southern queen. Winnie, I want to tell you, you did a live with one of your friends, and I came on the comments. It was me. She started saying in the comments, she started saying in the live, oh, is that Jerusha coming on the? Oh no, it's a bot. I was like, no, it's me. No. I did have a bot be me for one time, but they put a number at the end. So I'm kind of like, wouldn't everyone notice that I'm not Jerusha like 29?
Oh. I mean,
Winnie, do you remember that? She's like, it's a bot. I'm like, no, I'm here. It's me. I'm watching you live.
okay.
Question
Julie's
for you,
asked.
Jerusha.
Stunning
Congratulations.
bag. Monarch. That's it is so stunning.
Are you having any plans for another one now? Jerusha.
That's to Amy. Oh.
No, that's to you.
It's difficult because Amy and I we're kind of a line at the moment. we just both got quota bags.
I know.
But are you planning for another one? That's the case, right?
That's what I'm trying to say. It's so funny. It's like, so do we want to start that chapter, Amy? I've got so many questions. Let's start with Jerusha needs to know the actual time of this podcast. Is it 2 hours?
It's 2 hours total, yes. So we still have an hour and a half left.
Because every time we've gone over with me and I need to be kept in check. Just letting you know. Just letting you know.
Okay, Jerusha, let me just ask you this. What happened to the black Birkin? So you took the
do you want to start with that? Because you've got it on the thumbnail. So we'll start with Hermes' journey or Jerusha's situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we want to hear it because Sydney's like competitive. Everybody talks about Sydney life.
Is exactly the same as Canada. It's the same as Vancouver and it's the same as Toronto. A bag a year. The only difference is we are definitely not a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1. We have no clear disclosure or suggestion of ratios. We don't. And I've put in my notes of what to respond to it. I had to make notes, and then because I put a question caption on my Instagram like I did last time, see, that's why I need to be kept in check, because we would just go back and forth 100 times. So, but I'm so proud of myself that I did my homework this time. Can I get a thumbs up in the comments?
Yeah. Hey, Amy, can you do that?
I know. Let me do. What did I do last time? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, it's not working now. Oh, there you go.
Oh, it is.
Get confetti for you.
How does it signal to do that? That's like Mussy. Mussy does this thing on like
on the phone, right?
FaceTime. He's got an extra app, and he like will shake, and he'll.
Then you can do heart.
It doesn't always do it. I don't know if it's because my heart is so weird here.
Maybe do this one. Oh, there you go.
Yay, I get love hearts. I get love hearts for my homework. We all know my personality for all this 100 of years that I've been on the internet, but that's not the point. Is that I don't want to I don't want to stay off topic, and I don't want to come across erratic. Amy, I'm not listening to the haters in that sense. I'm listening to the haters and in an information sense. Plus, those 4 girls have been blocked from all my socials for a very long time. 2 of them have made their own threads on the Purse forum about me. Like, it goes all the way deep. And I'm just kind of like, it goes all the way deep. You hate me that much.
Yeah.
Like, Really?
Get a
Is
life.
that
But
tea?
anyway,
Who's blocked you? You block somebody. You block someone.
Oh, I'll get sent notifications all the time. So when you have like a publicist or someone covering your algorithm and your traffic, wherever they don't want it, because those haters those comments will stop the algorithm, which Amy, you understand. Like the back end will stop and it will get stuck on them. So when you're saying, Amy, when you just said that their comments then create a thread of their own comments, that is
basically,
then getting highlighted, right? So then
they are.
it goes
Because it's
right.
a popular thread, right? So it's put on top, and then everyone sees that first.
Can Amy just do a tech luxury live show one day? Because in my world, especially like in this real world, I talk tech about it and people are just kind of like, it's another language I don't understand. Like, and I mentioned it a few times in the other luxury live shows that it is really hard to understand, but you've got to know. So anyway, I get notifications of it. Like if I want to know, which I can completely block, like I'll just say to the management, I don't care, I don't want to know. But they're like, if you block it, then the algorithm flows through better on your comments, your views, your response, and your clicks. So your traffic, right? So when you see in studio, when you see we're getting off topic. When you see you know what I mean, Amy. When you see in studio,
when you see a thread, you can block
the average retain on the video. That is stopping it if it's really, really harsh. And there's been a few girls that just go in, and I'm there like, I don't even know who you are. I've actually never seen you. But what it ends up being is one or two girls, and then they remake accounts.
Wow. Yeah. That's a lot of effort though.
So you would sit back and you'd go, mental health wise, I'll give it a pass. You know, there's clearly something going on there. You give it a pass. We put ourselves out here. We're allowed to be judged. But if it goes into that dark kind of world of like, there was one girl, like, I literally got an entire novel about Palestine.
Oh my God.
And I'm just kind of like, you know, A, it's hard to respond. B, I never would. But it's just like, you got to have a ratio or an understanding. You can go on every genre on the internet of people that are social media personalities, because that's what we are. We share our lives and our interests and we're enthusiasts. Anyway, that was my point. So I went back and did that due diligence. My question was, or some of my points that I wanted to go over that I wrote down in notes from going back, and I got questions from posting that comment. Journeys, right? You said in our first luxury live, Amy, you believe, you were like pretty certain by now that you feel like journey wise or ratio wise. Why do we always do air quotes when we say journey? Because I don't think anyone knows what to call it anymore.
Let's just call it what it is.
Right.
I'm writing it. There you go.
Cool. You made the perfect statement, and I think that should be the statement. You can write this in your little text box. Hermes rewards by loyalty. And that was the best sentence I've ever heard. I mentioned in that, and have mentioned in many of my videos when I'm topically talking about Hermes, that you've got to be an enthusiast of the brand. You've got to show interest in, well, that's every luxury house. You know, Joe Blow off the street comes in and asks for a Birkin. It's obviously not happening. You've got to show your interest. But with that actual sentence, Hermes rewards with loyalty, is where I feel I got in a position to be offered this bag. And I also feel like my relationship with my CA was at a point of understanding the calculation of Sydney's market for MS. So listening back to your, unboxing and other unboxings, Amy, and knowing Canada and knowing that market so well, and then saying you've had success in Hawaii, like that's the same thing with where this Birkin journey got to, is understanding it essentially.
I think they can feel your enthusiasm when you are truly loyal to the brand. Loyal meaning that you just have a respect for the brand. It doesn't mean that, oh, you're gonna like spend all your money there. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you're an enthusiast of the brand. You appreciate many of the métier that they make. Doesn't mean that you will like every single thing they offer, but whatever you do appreciate and enjoy, you truly show that. And I think they can feel that with you.
Do you know another thing I thought when you were unboxing yesterday? For me, yesterday in the middle of the night, when I think another thing that flashed through my head was, if you pass, proof you're an enthusiast. I've passed. I passed on a Constance because I was like, I don't like Epsom. I'm not doing it anymore, and I'm not doing it for a Constance. Would I do it again for Kelly? You know what? I would double take on that. I remember watching the live show, 2 years ago with Cassie. Cassie's my girl. We're down.
Yeah, Cassie.
We got similar personality. Like, we don't take shit. But I remember watching her live with you girls, and she was like, I would take anything for my first. And that's what that was.
The
so
orange.
That's a first offer. I mean, that's Amy, I ended up saying that's Hermes orange, didn't
I? Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. No, I'm telling you it is, but I didn't remember if I said that in the show.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So that's Hermes orange.
You don't orange of the box.
Right. So you don't get any more classic in the set. It's not neutral, but you don't get any more classic. And as Cassie said, I was like, of course I'm going to take it. Would I take it now? That's an interesting question. Because I do not want to part with what now. I don't even know what that's worth now. Is it up around 17? So I got it for, what did I say I got it for? I think I got it for like 14.7.
Right.
14.5, around the 14 something range, 14.3 or something, right? That was 2019, 2018. 2018.
It should be about 17, 18 now.
Right, that's what it is now. So if I was offered it in that, I would pass. Yeah. That, to me, hearing you say that with the Constance, I was like, that's loyalty to the brand. Yeah. Because if it wasn't, you don't know. Therefore, that's not loyalty to the brand. I know what I want.
Yeah, and plus you know, it's not just about the prices these days. Even back then it's quite high anyway. But it's, it's not my first gig either. It's not my first bag, right? So I don't have that desperation that a first timer would be. I don't know if maybe I would have said yes if it was my very first offer. I might have. I wouldn't know that. But I know now, I know blue bags. I've experienced it many times.
I love how you said that. Can we elaborate on that a bit? I loved how you said that in the video. Isn't your Kelly to go blue nuit?
No, it's black.
Oh, do you have blue nuit?
The constant. No, I don't. But I had a very gorgeous royal blue color cocoa handle in Chanel. It's so beautiful. It's an exotic handle as well, and I barely wore it.
Did you part with it?
Wore it. I don't have it anymore because I never wear it. So I just know that, you know, the essay meant well. My essay meant well when she put that aside for me, right? But I just couldn't get past the color. And I told her, I was like, you know, someone will love this color. And that someone is not me. So I don't want to take that away from
it. Sorry, you passed on it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying you took it and now since you've parted with it.
No.
Oh,
Actually, no.
Yeah, no, you passed on it. Well,
I passed on it, yeah.
And I find that when you reach that level with a client advisor or sales associate, they're with you. They're working with you. They're working for you. They're not just calling you in to show you a whole bunch of, you know, with Hermes like scarves and rugs and H pillowcases and a click clack don't want or need.
I'm gonna put this comment. Like from For the Love of Bags, we all have colors in Hermes that are hard passes. I wouldn't do blue as well.
Let's go through the three of us and say what they are.
There are many for me though. Oh my god.
Starting with Caddy.
Okay. I'd say I would not take red.
That's a good one.
Yeah, for me.
That's
yeah,
a good
for
one.
me. Yeah, red is not a color that it's beautiful color. Like I've seen so many people carry red bags, a variety of red bags, but for me, it's uncomfortable. I feel really uncomfortable wearing red.
Right.
Then blue would be another color because blue, it's not all shades of blue, but I think 80% of blue is a hard pass. Maybe if it was like a really light pastel grayish blue, I still could say, okay, but majority of blues, it's not for me because it's hard to match. I don't know, something about
this
it.
This is just all bag wise, right? It's
bag wise.
Bags. Is this all bag wise?
Yeah, bags.
She's saying with all Hermes. She didn't say bags. Let's stick to bags, yeah?
Yeah, we'll stick to bags.
Yeah, let's stick to bags.
Stick to bags. Because I've got what have I got?
I think those are the two would be hard passes.
No. What have I got? Zepia in the Kelly card holder? Zell. The light blue.
Oh, I think that's okay. But I would,
I was going to say, how light are you talking?
Yeah, no. I think bags, because if it's an SLG or something else, I might still say okay, you know, but bags, because it's so big and prominent, you're going to carry it out. Yeah, these two colors for me, no, hard passes.
I won't take offense to it, Kat.
I know. I remember you had this blue bag. I was like, I'm sorry, Jerush, I have passed.
You don't need to be sorry.
How about you, Jerusha?
I don't actually think anyone could say anything in my collection anymore that would offend me. But that's a topic as well that I see. At least for me, you're going to make these chats like 5 hours. Kat always has to go to some like massive like Taibo class where she goes.
She does.
You're right. I have a class at 3:00.
There you go. That's my point. Can you fly over to Australia and do like reform Pilates for me? Come and be my PT.
Yeah, sure. One day I'll help you out. You're like, oh my God. So anyway, Yeah, colors are so personal. Like if you don't click to it, it just feels really uncomfortable wearing it. So red for me and blue. What about you,
Where do you
Jerusha?
go with red though? Would you go to like, is it Amy, red cassis? The rouge, really dark rouge.
That's
What
a
is
really
that?
nice one. But I just don't think Kat can do red, generally speaking, because she tried red bags in different brands in the past, and every time it has been leaving her
Out.
collection. So I just think her red is kind of like my blue. I've tried blue
Mm.
bags many times, and it's just not. It's not that the color I can't pull it off, but I just don't gravitate towards it, and
Mm.
I just don't want to carry it for some reason. I'd rather do a red bag in my case.
Right.
Mm.
And what's off the table for Miss Amy?
So for me, I would do blue even
Other than
before.
blue.
Yeah, well,
But
blue is actually lower on my not to-do list actually. So I think on top of that, it would be orange, yellow, purple, and then it's blue. I won't do
my
those
mean
colors.
sister. Orange,
Orange,
yellow,
yellow, purple.
purple, blue.
Yeah, all the colors that you have right now.
Everything in your
can't do
collection,
it.
Jerusha. Everything you've spent $20,000 on. Hang on, back it up. Yellow. Wait, so orange, you wouldn't do classic Hermes orange? You would
No,
not.
I wouldn't.
Really?
I would do a
Even
red
like
before
Minnie
that.
Kelly?
Out.
Kelly to
I'll
go.
do a red mini Kelly.
Constance to go? You passed
No.
on a red Minnie Kelly? Wait, say that again?
No, I would do red instead of orange. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I would do a pink instead of orange or yellow. I would do
But I
pink, I
think
would do yellow.
But I think Mini Kelly orange is okay. Like
I know it's
I
okay,
wouldn't
but I
necessarily
won't
go
do
for an
it. I'll
orange
just wait for
Birkin.
the red instead, or the other color. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Like
Fair enough.
I don't love the color enough that I would just say yes to it, even though I know it looks nice. I have nothing against people with an orange bag. It looks nice, but it's just not me. I can't get
I
past
think
me.
your like hue, your skin tone and stuff, I can actually see that. Like what the color palettes you go for work so well with you. And I can see you with pink.
Yeah. I can do pink.
And bright pink. I could see you with like rose extreme.
Oh yeah, I would totally do those colors. A range of pink and red, I would do those before all these gorgeous orange, yellow, purple, but I won't do those.
Yeah.
Living Lux with Meredith is saying the new yellow Milton
Meredith!
is beautiful.
Oh,
What
Milton.
time is
I'm
it?
sure it is
2.
though.
Meredith! She's in, I want to say Sydney, but she's in New South Wales. She's in me. You had all of them on. Where was my invite? Huh?
Were you even available, Jerusha? You know how hard it is to get a hold of you?
I was probably in Hong Kong, actually.
Exactly.
It was a random.
need
I
to
think
go
it was pretty
back.
random, right? We should get them on again. All the
Next
5
time
of
we'll
you.
get the 4 of you.
That
How
is a
about
lot
that?
of Aussies.
That's a lot. That's a lot of
That's a
handle.
lot
I'm
of
gonna hide in
Aussies.
the corner.
It will be all
I'm gonna-
tangents, I'm sure, but
That's
then
a
it's
lot.
fine.
And Connor and I will give it to you, like with the George. He calls me the effing George. He's hilarious. I told him to come on here. Actually, I yelled at him. Meredith, what did Meredith ask? Say that again. Say that again, Miss Queen of MS.
She's got a fantastic collection. Did you just get a picnic? I think she's got a picnic. Wait,
Go on, Meredith. Come on here. Where is she? Other than New Yellow Milton, yeah, I saw that.
It's gorgeous.
That's like a lime. That's like not lime. That's like a light lemon, isn't it, Meredith?
Okay,
I haven't seen
Jerusha,
this.
your turn.
Come
Your
on,
turn.
come in with your comments, Meredith. Let's talk about your picnic, Kelly. I cannot. You don't understand. Like this, I said to her because we chat on Instagram. I chat with the girls and Connor on Instagram, but I have to talk. Okay. Jerusha's got so much to say in a text message is like this long. So I just talk to her. And then we talk back. Same with Dale. I just started having chats with Dale. And
A picnic.
shame. Amy, cry.
Wow.
I keep saying Amy. Sorry, Kat, if you love the whites, but I just know Amy's like, I know her color scheme probably.
Picnic Birkin 25 in Nata. Wow. Yeah.
Gorgeous. Wow.
Like
that is a VIP
yeah.
bag.
She is. It is.
I know
so
she is.
like,
They don't offer the picnic very
she's
much.
Like, oh, I come up to see. She's not in Sydney. She's not in. I don't want to disclose, but she's not in Sydney Central. I'm not. I'm on the northern. Like I'm in Manly. I'm in the northern beaches. But she's not even like in the precinct. So she comes up. Like it's a little travel to come up to Sydney CBD. She's like, oh, I just come up. I'm like that. I'm like, you are like secretly the CEO of Commonwealth Bank, right? Like, I think you're like low key. You low key like are the CEO of Coca-Cola here or something. Like, she has the most beautiful collection. I told her, congratulations. Like, and I love that. I love like subdued girls like that's watched us probably and thought, oh, I love it. I love watching the community. I love hearing them talk, but I would never necessarily consider joining or having a channel. And then maybe all of a sudden one year they're just kind of like, I'm going to get on there and have a chat. And then it's something so fresh and so new, because I feel like in the last year, calendar year, these girls have come on and gone, like I know a few that have reached out to me and been like, I want to start a channel on my own, and then they back up. Because you've got to, I think, as we said in the beginning, Amy, like you got to have a
thick skin,
tough skin to hard pass it.
Yeah. And even if you have a thick skin, it will still get to you, because sometimes
you
those
think
comments
my
are
skin, yeah. You think my skin should be so thick by now, but I'm there like last night. You should just never go on the forums, because they've got time to just sit and talk. Don't ever do a forum. And I learned that early on, and I couldn't care. And I remember on the live, I'm like, what do I do about hate? Or I don't engage. I don't engage, but I see it. I see it. And yeah, I know my personality. I know I'm loud. I know I can come across completely obnoxious and incredibly high maintenance, but that's the persona. Do you understand? And I don't think you can be in this world without a persona of saying, I'm happy to share with you this handbag, Miss Amy, that dropped the price last night. Is that the first time you've done that? No, seriously. Yeah. I feel like that's the first time you've done that.
I do that more with Chanel. But then I don't.
I think with Hermes it's a bit more challenging to share, because
Plus, like for me, the reason why I'm okay to share that one is because, like I said, Hawaii for me, I'm not really like trying. Like, does that make sense? Like I'm trying, but I'm not trying. I'm not really like. It's my second store. It's the second store that I enjoy shopping at, because they have a lot of stock that we don't have here. The stock.
I was going to ask you that in this podcast is, when did you and hubby decide that, we'll vacation to Hawaii? While I'm here, I'll check, because they have a great array of boutiques. They do. you know that it's our hub, right, to come over to you.
Yeah, it's kind of
We can either stop a cat. I said this in the live because we're at the bottom of the planet. So we can either stop a cat. We can stop a cat. We can stop at Fiji, but it's a really long haul.
Usually Singapore as a pit stop.
This is the best pit stop. My friends in corporate, shout out to Steph, one of my best friends. She loves Hermes. She loves Hermes, and she loves, like that's a friend of mine that's like she has a great collection. And they're considering corporate-wise, her and her husband, to move to Singapore. And I'm like, can I come? She's like, oh, I don't know. And we love the beach life, and we love being in like Manly. And I'm like, I'll come to see it. This is just not where I belong. I belong in like the Northern Hemisphere or
Singapore.
The Asian. Like, no, but I do. That is where my heart is. My heart's in Hong Kong.
It's vibrant. It's bustling.
And that's a competitive boutique.
Yeah, it's competitive.
That is so competitive. On the island, you got a lot more English settlers in Hong Kong. So on the island is really competitive. And then in Tsim Sha Tsui, like,
oh yeah, there are some stores you just don't go because
you can't go in there and get that's like the CIV. VIC. I said that backwards. Back to what Meredith said.
No, back to the question. What are the colors that it's off limits for you, Jerusha? At least now. Like, what would you not take now?
Purple.
Or are there any colors you wouldn't take, or would you still take those?
Oh, purple. I want anemone so.
So you
want that color?
Are you kidding? Have you seen the saturation in anemone?
Nope.
Oh,
I know it's gorgeous.
God, I saw it in a Bastia. I'm not wasting my money anymore on a Bastia. So let's go through that. I've got that notes. Kat, you're so annoying with your Tybo. Why do you have to leave me? Well, there's too many things I needed to go over. Like, let me stick to topic. Yes, with Hermes. I'm not wasting my money anymore on the SLG or fashion jewelry trend to show interest. I don't need to now. With my sales associate, and my sales associate now was handed on to me from the sales manager of the boutique. He's a manager of Hermes Trust Building Sydney.
Oh.
And so that's where I was saying that's my Kelly. And what we had in a relationship was 3 or 4 visits, and then offered a Kelly. And that was just like, I think that was just like true love.
Yeah.
We just fell in love with each other. We were just chatting, and it was fashion, and it was, you're putting your entire life into a management role of, a flagship store of one of the, if not the top, fashion houses and leather houses in the entire world. So he had like so much kind of pressure, and I think we shared that. And then it came to a point where he saw, and then I was offered the Kelly. He handed me on to my essay now, and I think we also speak the language together, and she genuinely sees that I love it. So understands that I'm not prepared to part with 100 Bastiers, 100 click clacks, Kelly wraparound bracelets. I just don't want to do it anymore. If anything, I want to get into fine jewelry.
Yep.
And then I'll buy furniture, Kat.
You should. I think you have a
You
lovely
should.
place. No. It's like sometimes, like what I meant is like
Look at
your
that.
Space, because you told me last time.
your
This is my
your
furniture
house,
version.
or at least like the space that
Get a
you show
couch.
us in your vlogs. I'm like, oh,
Wait,
you
go
definitely
back.
have.
Sorry, that cut out.
I said that the vlogs where you show us the space that you have inside your house, I could see so many space where you could put like furniture from Hermes. I'm just saying, because like my place is definitely too cluttered for that, and I don't have the space.
I will sell that to Will, Amy. Thank you. My husband.
Please
I will
do.
sell that to Will, my husband. Do you know what though? It's very, very contemporary.
Yeah,
It's very
really
contemporary.
nice.
My house is incredibly provincial, Hamptons, country home, and theirs
Right.
is very contemporary. Got a lot of pine, clean lines, very linear. It's very almost like architecturally designed. In my vlog, and it's not hate. There was a couple of call outs because you heard another essay run up to me. It wasn't my essay. You heard another, it was probably just like the security guard. I walked into the display room of furniture. I
Oh,
left
right.
it in the vlog.
I saw that.
I saw that.
You saw it, Kat? I
Yeah.
left it in there on purpose. I think it was the security guard. She was standing right there. And I just waltzed on in there to the whole display room because I wanted to show you the chameleon of the color of Vert Amand, to show you that it comes up gray, it comes up deep, almost like a light black, it comes up a green. Like it is such a chameleon of a color. I wanted to show you it in like this shaded area. So I just waltzed on into like this living room. It was like a $75,000 carpet. It had a. Don't you love how the plaque, the sign is like this big?
Do like, not sit.
Don't sit or walk on me. I'm actually for sale. I'm there like, sister. I'm such an idiot. And I'm just like, and if you hear me in the vlog, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like the biggest bogan Aussie. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's actually for sale. I was like, oh, the poor girl. Well, I'm pretty sure she'll stand there to let people know, like, oh, and that rocking horse, if you bring your 5 children in to buy a Birkin, which happens, and the kids are there like,
I'm sure it happens.
that rocking horse is $8,000. Don't let little Jimmy sit on it. That's twisting itself. Amy, keep us on topic. Colors.
Yeah.
Hey, I remembered. I want anemone so bad, but I would only take it. As I'm saying, I don't want SLGs anymore. I've got to a point where how do I put this? I said before to you girls, I don't have a journey. I don't have a game. I'm not playing for anything. My wish list at the beginning of this year said a black Birkin with gold hardware specifically. It was a hard wish list specifically. Okay. If she comes to me at the end of the year with a 35 in black with gold hardware, I'll take it. Do I want to work towards that? No. Am I done bag-wise? Yes. If she offers it to me, will I take it? Yes. If she offers me a Constance to go and Fashionably Amy completely makes me want a Constance to go, yes. In Beton, which I'm scared shishless to wear, which is another question. See, Amy, which is another question. Amy, I've written it like each question. Amy's, so the new Kelly 28 color transfer. What are we doing? And why? What did the essay in Hawaii say? Why do they say to us, our bags don't color transfer. Did yours say that?
Oh no, mine said the
my essay goes, when I got it, and I was like, babe, I was like, what? All I wear is black. And she, oh, it doesn't color transfer.
No. My
she's
essay said
lying.
the complete opposite.
Yeah.
My essay said, be careful not to color transfer your jeans, your black pants, your
Denim,
coats
right?
on it. And I was like, yeah, I know it's a white bag, but I wanted a white bag. The saving grace on the Kelly is that you do have a handle, and I do typically wear the Kellys on the handle versus the strap. I like having the strap, but I just pretty much handle it instead of wearing it on my body. So that will mitigate some of the risks. But I still would only wear all white if I'm wearing that bag, basically.
Kat, Carla. Carla just said it. Hi, Carla.
Hi, Clara.
Clara. I say always says it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it will color
Clara,
transfer.
It will.
My personal essay goes, come here, Jerusha. See how we stack like the Calvies next to each other? We never worry about it.
But they're new.
So what? Once the leather gets its wear,
So, okay,
you think
why do you think your essay told you that? Is it just to sell you something?
No, I think she just maybe
Doesn't
that's
know?
what I don't know. Maybe that's just her information.
I'm not
Any
sure.
white bag will color transfer.
Yeah.
Well, anything will color transfer, and I know that
Yeah.
from fashion. But if I don't know with a house, and I've been told that with Chanel before, is that I was dead set on a beige Claire. I was dead set on a beige Claire GST. This is how long ago it was.
Wow.
A brand new GST beige Claire. Where's a GST going to be sitting all the time?
On your hips.
Right? Under your arm or on your hip. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
What does Jerusha wear all the time? Jeans and a black t-shirt. So I was so scared. It was one of my first like ideas of a purchase from the boutique, and she's like, I'm letting you know outright this it's gonna have color transfer. And I was like, well, I've just studied 3 years of fashion design. That's what I know as well, right? So I don't necessarily think my essay from Hermes is like, it's not, and I'm just telling you, and so I'm going to look like an idiot. I just kind of thought, okay, maybe there's a particular type of coating. I don't know. I choose all soft leathers. Sorry, I can't speak English. And as if that's not going to saturate.
Well, I can't remember now, Jerusha, but is your Constance to go Epsom or?
It's Mysore and it's in
Mysore.
Bedford.
Oh,
You like my
my
accent, Amy?
better.
No, the fun part about that, girls, is I've just gone out and bought an entire beige wardrobe to wear with it.
That's the right thing to do.
Because I really want to wear it.
Yeah,
I want to enjoy it, but
bag.
it hasn't moved because I don't. And I'm going to be honest. And to be honest, if I had that 28 from Hawaii as well, Amy, but look at your ensemble tonight, okay? You got silk on to begin with, like fabric perfection to be up against any type of leather.
Yeah.
But I would be so scared of that, Kelly. Scared as I still would have taken it because it's stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
But that's how I feel.
I'm just shocked that you said the price. When you said it, I was there like, I was like doing my makeup. I was taking my makeup off and I was like, oh my God.
Well, I figured most people wouldn't get that far into the video anyway. They'll probably just watch the beginning when they just want to see
you have to like click off average. You're like,
yeah, basically most people would just click off by the time it reaches that part. So most of the people didn't even talk about that. At least nobody said anything in the comments so far. But
well, I'm gonna do this haul. I'm just opening it.
Yeah.
I like how people are doing that now and then backstory after. I find it refreshing because we usually all chat on for so long and then it's like, hurry up, you know.
But yeah, just same sentiment.
I watched the whole video. I love her so much.
Thank you.
What are you saying, Jerusha? Oh, colors I wouldn't do.
Is there a color you wouldn't do?
I probably wouldn't. I agree with Kat. I probably wouldn't do a red rouge lipstick. What is that? I feel like I always ask Amy the colors. I apologize, Kat. It's just I think it's the whole like Quebec French thing. I don't want to say it wrong. I feel rude.
That's okay. I never care when Kat doesn't say it wrong, doesn't say it correctly. It's just what it is. Rouge de Coeur is like the heart one, right? Rouge de Coeur, that one. You wouldn't take that? That's like a really bright, nice lipstick color. It's really nice.
See, I feel like to me it really depends on the leather.
That's true too.
Because the leather really matters to me, I'll answer this in one go. I will probably accept every color that Hermes does, every color. Oh, no, there's a color. I just thought of it. I am so rude when it comes to this because when I hear myself talk about Epsom, I get it. But am I being honest or not? Do you know what I mean? To say I really dislike it to the point of hating it, I'm not going to turn around and drop that kind of money on Epsom, except for that it was my first bag. Okay, fair enough. But all due respect to Gris Pale. How do I say it? How do I say the Kelly's
color? My color?
Yeah.
Oh, Gris Pale. My color, right?
My color. You go first, Kat.
Gris Pale.
Gris Pale.
Oh,
I did it. No,
one.
silent E, silent E, silent Pale.
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 Yeah.
And what's the difference between the Gris that you said it in the beginning? You said
the other one.
Unboxing, you said Gris Pale, and then you said it's not Gris Pearl, which is like the
because there's a Gris
two different,
which is a pearl gray. So the pearl gray is actually more gray. It's still a very light color. It's very light, but it's still leaning more gray. Whereas mine actually looks white. The only gray you can see is really like that it has a cool tone. Like it's a cool tone.
Like it's gray. This is not gray at all.
It's not gray. It's white.
You're like, this is as white as
it's a white bag. Okay,
it's a white bag.
Yeah, it's white.
That's like saying Nata is got a yellow hue.
No, it has no yellow in this. So
no, that's what I'm saying.
It leans. I don't know. I don't even know how to say. Like I put my belt. My belt was in the chalk color, which is leaning yellow. So that really you can see the yellow, right? This one is really like the other side of. You see how like white. My belt. This is
Cray. Oh yeah, is that Nata? Is that
this is Cray.
Okay.
Like a lot of people say cray, but it's cray. So when you put that together, you really see
dumb and Aussie when I'm with you. Cray.
Oh yeah, or some people say cray, like cray. But so you see like this is really more leaning yellow.
Yeah.
But on its own, if you see a bag on its own, it still looks white.
Yeah.
But it will if you put them together. So what I was saying if I had a gris pale and then gris pale together, if you put those together, you would probably see more gray tone on that one.
Right.
because this really looks white. In real life, I'm looking at it, it really looks white. So
it is real. That's throwing white. Like,
yeah.
It's got an undertone of gray, like it's cooler like that. Whereas the belt, that's got a much like more nude hue to it. Like
Exactly.
like it looks, Do you know I parted with my Kelly pocket? I thought you'd be so sad.
Why is that?
Slides. It slides. And on a girl your size, sister, that's perfect. On a girl my size with my booty, I need my pants to stay up, not move around a whole meeting and have it slide open. It slides. I need buckles and belts. I'm sorry. And when the second I knew that, after like I wore it to one meeting, I was just like, done.
Oh, that's too bad. Right now I have 4 Kelly belts and one of them slides. The other 3 stays put.
Oh.
Yeah. And on top of that, the one that slides is the one that I wore the least. Go figure.
I thought I could tighten it, but I was like, I'm not taking it. Like, I'm not taking it back to get it tightened. And I'm not taking it to a cobbler to tighten my my $1,700 for $15. Like, no way.
Yeah.
No way. Where are your questions up to? Anyway, so color wise, I'm probably maybe a deep rouge. Again, I'm not fussed. The answer is Epsom.
The leather. For you, it's the leather. Okay.
And you know what? Now that I say things like I'm not on a journey, and if something came up, if she calls me, I'm not going in to do 3-to-1. I'm not going in to do. Remind me, Amy, to ask if you're still doing that. That's my question to you. I'm not going in to do is that called a percentage, a 3-to-1, 2-to-1? I'm not playing that situation to get something anymore. And I said that last time because, I said that on my wish list because I knew all I wanted was black with gold hardware. Did I get that this time? No. But if I was offered it again without a percentage play, then I'll take it. But if it was offered in Epsom, I don't know if I'll take it. See, that's a loop. If she had called me and said that this 30, she got it for me in black with gold hardware, but in Epsom and possibly Cellier, which is rare in a 30, right? Don't they cut Birkins in a Cellier mainly in 25?
Definitely not as common.
It's not common, It's rare. It's pretty rare.
Yeah. I would have passed. I'm not spending.
I think you would have passed.
22. 22 in Australia. 22. 21.9 for a Birkin 30, depending on the leather. Epsom's more expensive.
Yeah.
Epsom's more expensive, but it's also more expensive because there's more labor involved. You know it's a stamped leather, right, Amy? It's stamped, right?
Yeah.
It's not a grain. That's like a cow. Pogo, you can see its veins where the cow was. That is leather.
That's a cow.
That's also a cow.
When it's stamped.
It's stamped, right? So essentially, it's like it's hard. It's hard as hard can be.
I think we had this conversation about animals, like goats and cows.
Sorry to all the vegans out there. They'll come up with a vegan bag. Well, all of the
they do. They do actually.
Yeah,
Hermes makes them.
The little pouch straps.
No, I read somewhere that they were coming up with they are trying to use mushroom leather. Mushroom leather. Are you gonna pay 22,000 for mushroom?
But
I've never seen like an actual bag made from it. They were talking about a concept, right? A direction that it could go, which is to offer or to innovate some sort of vegan leather made of mushroom. But
I think they
don't.
need to do something to evolve like that, because obviously, you know, that's the way the world, I mean, it's the way a huge percentage of the world has always been, but now because we're all smaller because of the internet, we know more about it.
True. So
Jerusha,
Mushroom.
have
I'm not
you
sure
thought
if I'll buy
about
it.
have you thought about asking for a special order?
No.
Mm.
You wouldn't ask for a special order in black,
No,
like the black Birkin,
no,
gold hardware. Why not?
because it takes longer. And yeah, as I said, I have no interest to, if I'm offered, I'm offered.
Hmm.
But I'm not gonna, it takes longer, and I don't know, I'm not playing at that level. I'm not, and this is probably across the board. This is another topic. We never have enough time. This is across the board. I am not playing or being, I am not, how do I put it? I am not playing or being involved in any of it anymore with these three houses. Okay, your top tier 3, Amy, we know you only shop the top 2. So here we go for people out there. Hermes, Chanel, Vuitton. They're your top 3. And they're your top 3 not by the internet saying or whatever. They're the top 3 by earning. So when you look at how bad Kering's going right now, can you imagine investors in Kering right now? 40% down. Like, that's huge e-com chat. Like, e-com topic, 40% down is Kering. Like, what? It's you should be shit scared if you're an investor. So they naturally are your top houses, right? And there's independent, Chanel independent, LVMH housed, floated, right? Amy, right?
I think so. They
You're
are.
not saying anything, so they're like, right.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. Well, we know that Amy plays in the top tier mainly, so that's where you're putting your money. Yes. Kat, I feel like you've been diverse before. Did you have you kept all of that, or have you, there's so many of us that, you know, start off all LV and then they sell that off, and then they go all Fendi and then they sell that off, and that's great too. I love that.
I think I still have a few from, I think, no, most of my collection is still, it's now Hermes. But I have, a little bit of Chanel. Yeah, I got a couple of Chanel things left. I'm
So
kind of,
you're just
actually,
basically
I'm kind of circling back.
You're just like, you're just circling in the top tier.
No.
Well,
But
let's
I'm
say the top 3.
circling back to, I'm kind of like, I don't know. There's something about LV that I always love because that's my first love. So I'm sort of like coming back a little bit. They have things. They have nice things.
Right. But economically speaking, they're your top 3. Debatable, fine, but you can debate all you want. The figures speak for themselves, right? And it's pretty much in that order, except economically, LVMH is at the top, but they're housed. They're all floated, but they're housed. They're not privately floated like Hermes and Chanel, right? Right.
Yeah.
So we know that Amy's in the top 2, Kat's in the top 1, with a few of Chanel sprinkled, and Jerusha plays in the top 3. That's it. That's where I am. I am going off topic to say what I would accept. We've gone from color to leather to items. I'm at a point where, yes, Hermes-wise, I would accept pretty much any color, and it would be the Epsom that would stop me. 1, 2, I'm bored. That's in my notes. That's my first point.
Elaborate.
My first point.
Elaborate.
In the way of the 3 houses. Show me something that's not the 3 houses. I'm bored. I look back on my videos a couple of months ago of growing, and I would say to myself, sure, like being diverse, and sure, I had Gucci, and I'm never parting with my Boston Sulky. That was my first bag, but I don't buy into it anymore. I don't buy into those brands. I don't buy into those design houses, fresh, new, and I'm bored. Why am I bored? I don't think the items have become stale from the houses. They're obviously still so brilliant. It's still so amazing. That's why they're so successful. But it's me. I've become bored. This was another topic I was going to bring up, and that I copped hate for, is that I've kept saying I'm going to retire. I kept saying it. I've said it like on 4 videos. So now on the Purse forum, I think they're saying like, oh, I'm bluffing and this and that and the other. No, no, I'm not. I just think I've become bored because I look at all these new girls that have come in the last 2 years, and they are fearless. I'm not saying you two aren't fearless because you know what you like and you know what to put your money into. Like, Amy, you inspire me beyond belief to go, I know what I'm doing. If it's a 2-to-1 in 2-to-1 in Vancouver, if it's less in Hawaii, if it's less in Paris, I know what I'm doing. I know all the facts and all the ways to go around Hermes, and I know what I'm doing. And Kat's over here going, I'm building my relationship beyond belief in Singapore, which is very competitive, and you know what you're doing. That's inspiring to me. But then what's become so inspiring to me of the last probably 8 months since we've been together is the freedom of not being stuck in the top 3 tier. And I've said that in a few videos, to sit with Cassie and have a chat with her like I do. And I, again, voice messages because I talk too much. But just to hear, like, we're really vibrant to each other because we have those kind of personalities, but to hear her freedom, it makes me feel so trapped, girls. You don't understand. She's there like, should I put on a British accent? I'm so buying that Jacquemus bag. And they're like, I would never turn around and spend money on Jacquemus. Like, I'd just never do it. I'm buying the new Fendi baguette. Like, I'm just there like, I want to feel free like that, and I don't.
And why?
So, yeah,
why is that, Jerusha? So why?
Because there's something so, it seems so deliciously liberating to be like those collectors, to be like those enthusiasts. Like, no, it doesn't take me back to my early days of being YouTube, because I've progressed. I've grown to the point of being able to financially acquire these bags. But you also see my journey go through the brands, then maybe move the bags on and buy more into Chanel, which is a whole nother class of expensive, then move those out to go up to a whole nother expensive. If you're buying Hermes, you're broke. If you're buying Hermes, you're selling your kid at an auction. Like, it is not for the weak. You cannot turn around and drop 17 grand, Amy, in Hawaii, which is also American dollars, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Don't do that math, guys. One for 3.
1 for 4, I think.
Look at Pat and I, we're like,
1 to 4.
The rate right now
40% more.
Amy! Plus tax? Remember I said this?
Free
I
tax or plus
You
tax?
guys have plus tax. We don't.
Yeah, the
Gross
tax
house
in Hawaii is 4.7%, so it's not as bad. It's not like here where it's 12%.
Yeah, ours is high, but ours is included in the price.
Yeah, I know yours is included.
Right.
But I think I understand your sentiment about being bored, and you feel the like you love hearing others doing the more kind of like the collecting
Exploratory
the things that make you feel
adventure.
more free. But the thing is, Jerusha, you wouldn't buy those things anyway, so it's okay to be bored. For me, the way I look at it is I love looking at all these other girls buying the other brands. I love just admiring it from afar. I just know that for myself, I can't get past myself to get there because, well, first of all, I always talk about I really don't need all these things. Yes, Hermes is literally cream of the crop. It's crazy expensive and it's not for the weak of heart. But I also don't think that it will be a forever thing. I do know what kind of wish list I want to have, and it's going to be a finite type of collection. It's not going to keep going like this for the next 20, 30 years, however long, right? I still have a few bags I want, but at that point, it will be over. Like it will be over in a sense that I wouldn't be doing the journey that you speak about, like the 2-to-1, 3-to-1. So I think it's okay to be bored and just enjoy what you have.
Right.
So I am trying to reach there.
Right.
But are you so Jerusha, I have to ask. Are you
too. Remind me to come back. Go cat first, but then remind me to come back.
Okay. I'm asking you is, are you considering exploring, like, because you've been, like you say, you play at the top 3 brands, right? So are you considering saying, because you're inspired by like Cassie and all, to try every other thing, do you think that's for you now? Like, do you think that you want to break out of that 3 and say, okay, I'm going to Bottega or Celine, and yeah.
I want to backpedal a bit for what, if you saw my wish list at the beginning of this year, if you saw that video, which was, I remember someone wrote, this is absolutely chaotic and not achievable. Like, you literally just threw everything and the poodle, cat's poodle in there. Like, you're going, and I was just like, that's where my mind's at. But that shows you perfectly that I'm bored. I'm bored of being safe here in this top 3 because I've acquired almost everything. And to me, it doesn't have to be brand new. To Amy, it has to be brand new. That's your story, but it does, no?
Yes.
Exactly. I know Amy's story straight off the bat. Brand new. She's not done on her journey. Are you done on your journey, Amy?
No.
Exactly. Brand new, not done on your journey. If I was talking to my agent from Fashion File tomorrow and she says, Jerusha, I have a Gris Pearl Birkin 25. We want to give you blah, 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 blah. I'll go, done. I'll take it. If one of the companies in Japan that I used to blog for, if they offer me something tomorrow, I'll take it. Do I need it new? No, I don't need it new. But that's still playing in the top 3 categories. When I watch these girls and these new channels, new as in it, how do I put that politely? New to me, new to my years. People are getting over me saying this. This is why I say, okay, when do you wrap it up? Am I going to be in a wheelchair still doing this, guys? When do we wrap it up? 2 years, 3 years is a long time that these girls have been filming, but still, Cassie being on here for 3 years or whatnot, like that's young for me. So to see it through her eyes is glittery. Dale's addiction, my beautiful Dale, Meredith
is here.
Meredith,
Not Dale.
Dale's collection. She just did her collection video of like 60 something bags. You go, oh my God, but it starts with a Gucci Marmont and you go, oh, okay. She's a Fendi addict. This is huge money in Fendi. Huge money in Fendi. She's got like 3 Fendi Perspex boxes. They're like $7K. Like this is money. We look great because we're surrounded by Hermes. Amy's surrounded by Chanel. Kat's surrounded by Hermes. We look great, but they are the collectors. We are the collectors in our pocket, and we're going to stay in our pocket because that's just our story and that's what we want to do. That's just Amy's story and that's what she wants to do. She knows where she wants to put her money and what she's interested in. And that's great too. But my story at the moment, and maybe that's just because I'm just genuinely bored. Why am I mentioning retirement so much? You know? And these forums saying you're just bluffing. It's like, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I have to either diversify to kind of reignite my interest of going, these girls have inspired me. Meredith, looking at that, like we're talking, I almost said Amanda, handbag addict, handbag aholic in London.
Oh, handbag holic.
Suddenly forgot too.
I forgot her name, but yeah, handbag holic. She has an amazing collection.
Why do I want
a
to say
lot of
name?
LV, a lot of she loves the LV Capucine. I think that's her favorite bag.
Steph. So she just did like 50 bags.
Yes.
The 3 of us can sit here and go, okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 Hermes bags. Yay. We're talking about 40 to 50 of what? All different brands, all different luxury houses across the board. But what? Just because we play in the 3 top tier, do you understand where I'm going with the diversity versus playing in the high end and then getting trapped in it? I'm not saying you're trapped, Amy, but I'm saying that's where you want to be. But
so you're not happy about that, Jerusha, right? Like I'm totally okay to be trapped and
right. So that's what I'm trying to say. You're happy to be in that bubble and stay in that bubble as a collector of that luxury house. And say that's all I'm collecting. That's where I'm gonna put my funds. That's where I'm gonna put my money. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. But does that make, that's your story, that's Kat's story, to Jerusha's story of my Hermes journey, which essentially is what your thumbnail is. Does that make me start to itch to go, I want to start backpedaling in the sense of, I want to go into Fendi. I want to go into Givenchy again. I want to start, going sideways as opposed to staying up here because it's safe up here.
True. I mean, you've been buying luxury for so long, and after a while, at the end of the day, it's an investment, right?
I know, air quote that.
It doesn't mean it's a real investment, but it is.
Yeah.
It's still a lot of money to put into an item. So it is valid to stay safe. Okay, because it is. But then it is boring because it's safe is boring. Boring is safe. They kind of go together.
Absolutely.
But if you want to backpedal, is that gonna make you happier?
See, that even just you saying it makes me kind of twinkle
Not
a
sure
little bit.
anymore.
Like, yeah, because if you look at my wish list as well, that wish list, and then I did regrets, and essentially they match up because it's like I want to get those back. I am so upset that I don't have my Capucines, and I think I said this last time. It was a sensational bag. Would I part with now 10,200 Australian dollars? No. Will I do it on the pre-love market? Absolutely. And I will be okay with that. Would I do all of these brands resale? Probably, because I'm not happy to part with the brand new prices. And that's the freedom that I see in these girls. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you see? We're happy to part with these 3 houses brand new, Amy. I'm going to keep going back to that. She said the price, sister. I'm going to keep going back to that. I was shook.
I should delete that part.
She's gonna go and edit it out.
Cut it out. But
Kat, were you not a little bit shocked?
Yeah. I was like, and I had to rewind. Did she just say the price?
Everyone asks the same question in the comments if you don't say it, and like it's at the end of the day, you can find the price of the bag.
Someone just said it in the comments. Go back, Amy.
And then what people will be interested in a number is like, how much did you spend to get that bag? So I just said
you also said that part. I don't think I was shook by all of the financial comments from you, because you're very conservative like that. I think that's how you come across on YouTube, is like conservative in the sense of you're not obnoxious. You're not going to be like, this was 20 grand and I got it from Hawaii and you can't get it. Like, that's not, I don't think any of us really do, because there's somebody wrote, hello, management on the live video.
Which comment?
Someone just wrote, wait, what was 17K?
Yeah, I think it was Joe. Joe was saying he was confused what that amount was.
People are freaking out.
I saw it.
I mean, I think you can just make the math yourself anyway. Anyway, Jerusha. Because if I don't say it, people will figure it out anyway.
Amy's trying to detour.
No, Jerusha. If I don't say it in the video, people will just try to figure it out, because they'll just go back to all my videos, tabulate everything I bought, even though they can't, because there's stuff that I buy as gifts that I don't count in my sharing. So anyway, I just said it just to help them so they don't have to count. But in any case, because that's happened to me. That's so silly that you mentioned someone creating a whole thread talking about you. There's people creating whole threads trying to figure out how much I spent to get my bags. So that's just ridiculous, right?
Is that because we say 3 to 1?
No. They literally tabulate things that I bought. From all my videos and try to calculate how much I spent, which, I'm just going to tell you in the video, which is what I did.
But I want to say, I feel like, Kat, if you want to agree with me, wasn't it like one of her first times she fully just like, and you caught us off guard too. You're just like, so like going over it, I just like 17, and I was just like, oh my God, she's announcing it. Not that, I think it's fantastic. I need to find this comment. Hello,
this is from Joe. Joe's we were talking about it. Like, and she was saying, what's 17?
Yeah, she was like 17. There was exclamation points.
Anyway, I don't think that was
Joe put it again.
I don't think that was. I don't think that was like, that was more. The reason why I was okay to share with that is because for me, Hawaii, like I said, is a destination, and I know a lot of people also use Hawaii as a destination to shop, but then, you know, you could try your chances too.
I
And
love
like,
that you shared it. I thought, sorry, keep going.
oh, and that, you know, they
What
could
is this?
get an idea of
I found it.
how far they need to go to get a bag, to try to get a bag, right? So it doesn't feel as impossible. However, Hawaii, as everyone knows, has been becoming a lot more competitive as well because everyone knows about it as well. But they do have more
Was
stock
Paris?
because they get all the tourists. They get a lot of tourism, so that's why they have the economy of scales to receive
Right.
that kind of stock.
That's
And
where I needed to go back to our first point of Toronto and Sydney being of Vancouver and Sydney, well, and Toronto being Canada being similar to us because we're one a year essentially. So that's where it's very similar. So to get on a plane, have a vacation, and go to Hawaii or go to Paris, and I don't know, Meredith, correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong, but they want to know like for us Aussies, just be like, I'm going to jump on a plane and go to Paris to get a Birkin. But Meredith went over, well, she went over for a vacation, but they tried their luck every day for the whatever lottery system or putting your name on a wish list. But at the same time, everybody knows about these situations now, like you're saying with Hawaii. Somebody
I have
wrote
to
here,
circle
something
back.
like,
So, Jerusha, what's the first thing that you're gonna get, or are you planning to get to diversify your collection?
I've got to replace my Celine Nano luggage. I've
Oh,
got to
that's like really old school. That's like
and I want it new.
okay, why?
I don't know where I want it. Firstly, I'm obsessed with 24S. Shout out. I want to be sponsored by them, so I tag them in everything, and they write back to me.
Wow.
I'll never get sponsored by them. They are the digital layout for every label. I'll say label because it's not only design house. It's every label under LVMH. 24S, the address, is the housing website for every label that LVMH owns.
Wow, you can get it from there?
Not the right way
You
to
can buy
say
it there?
Corridors, not owned.
I think they sell it on their site, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do.
Right. So they're the only site that is allowed to also sell Louis Vuitton other than Louis Vuitton. However, it isn't your mainstream items you're not going to find all the time. It's seasonal, and it's also past seasons. So it's a bit diverse. It's a bit different if you missed out on a collection and maybe you want to get a, what's the current tote bag? What's the current tote bag with the long straps and it's the reverse? Didn't I have it in the PM?
Tote bag.
Didn't I have it once? I made a meet and greet in Melbourne last year. Shout out. Oh my God, it was so fun. And we were all singing together and I was like, something, Virgil. And then I said, oh my God, Virgil, may you rest in peace. I was like, didn't I buy his skateboard? And the girls were like, I swear to God, Jerusha, like, A, you don't show us everything you get. B, you just buy like the craziest stuff, which it's true. It is so true. I have an unboxing to do.
Right now? Oh, yes, please do. Oh my gosh.
I have an unboxing to do. I am so irritated. Can I keep going like last time with someone? Amy,
you
can I
keep
keep
going with me, but I know Kat cannot stay forever.
No, I know that happened last time because we never. Here we go, Connor. Bahaha, Jerusha. I said, come on. So unnecessary. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kat. I'm sorry, Amy. I just need to calm down. You know what? Coffee does the opposite for me. It doesn't rev me up. It just makes me and get myself together. I'm frantic every time, okay? Shout out to all the haters on all the other luxury live shows. They're like, that Jerusha's frantic. Yeah, no shit, mate. Haven't I been frantic for my whole, social media personality freaking career? Okay, Connor, get your ass on this luxury live show. Connor is my bish, okay? I don't want to say Connor is my absolute kindred spirit. He is the effing Jewish. That's what he calls me. The fucking Jew. The fucking Jews.
Well, he didn't appear. He did not appear.
Hang on a second. He's not on here. Meredith is, though. Clearly, I need to take Jerusha shopping in a vlog coming. Yes. Come up to Sydney CBD or I'll come down and get you. She lives in the best area. She lives in like the Zhuzh area, trust me. Oh, okay. He's live on Instagram. Like he's active right now on Instagram. Ask them why I haven't been asked on their live show. What are you talking about?
What? He came?
He came?
Are you on crack? You were on this show. What are you talking about? The girls are saying, what are you talking about? All three of you were on the show, right? 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Connor, Meredith.
It was a live show.
And they were on it. Hello. You're cooked. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay.
Unboxing.
Yes, mention me, Tanya. I don't know what country she's from.
Let's see your unboxing. Let's make her bigger. Okay.
Wait, I got to do these shout outs because I told them to come on, like as in the comments, because Tanya is the queen of Hermes. Do you follow her, Amy? Tanya's just started her own channel.
I don't follow her yet, but I will look her up.
Can you
Tanya
please? She just started her own channel and she is solely dedicated to Hermes tips, tricks, how I help you get your dream bags, so on and so forth.
Awesome.
Okay, Tanya. Let's take a look.
Yeah, take a look. Anyway, I said I would shout her out in this live and if she was around because honestly, it's very clever.
Send it to me, Kat, when you're send it. Hi.
By myself. I do not know why I had to share the spotlight with 3 people.
He wants to be solo. Oh, right. Gotcha.
I don't remember you asking, but okay.
Solo, come on.
Oh, let's make him large. How do I make you large, baby? Why are you little? How do I make you the whole screen?
I thought you guys were besties. The 3 of you.
Meredith is saying Kat and Amy are still scarred from that show.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
They were so in. Listen, us Aussies, Connor, right? Us Aussies, we can't. Did you guys watch Connor's response to all that drama the other week?
Nikki's guy? Oh, yeah. It was a good response.
Yeah, there you go. That's Aussie. That's Australians for you. Like
he's getting disconnected.
He's getting disconnected.
He's disconnected.
Connor's getting disconnected.
Okay. Oh, no. That's Aussies for you. Like, we just don't take it. I mean, it can come across obnoxious, but it's also just kind of like, our saying in Australia is we're true blue. You get it as it comes type thing. And I think, culturally to interact with that can clash sometimes. Okay, let me do my first unboxing because she's also active now. Hi, Sandy. I'm on the Luxury Live Show with Amy and Kat on YouTube, and I'm showing them your little gift you sent me.
How come I can't make Jerusha bigger? Wait, let me
Here, I'll
see.
do it. Let's see this one.
Oh, yep. There you go.
Okay, so I just did a collaboration with Timeless Vogue. You probably
I saw
right.
your unboxing, your
Right.
beautiful
She is
pearl
one
bag.
of the biggest, longest, I feel like, longest standing consignment companies in Australia. Like privately owned. She's had a showroom. I don't mean boutique wise as in the Purse Affair or EMEA. They've got boutiques, and Blue Spinach have got boutiques as well, and they're starting to get, but I feel like Sandy's really had the trust for so long, and I've just always been with her type thing. And anyway, so I just did a really great video with her. And you can see my little, do you see the little curl?
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, oh, it's so beautiful. Anyway, this is a little unboxing that she popped in the bag as well. So a little Dior.
Oh,
Can we see it, or is it really, really
yeah.
bright?
You screamed loud enough, Jerusha. Connor is here.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy for listening to your big sister. Oh God, he's like a little sexy baby compared to me. Okay, little Dior moment.
Oh,
I love
nice.
your makeup.
There you go. There you go. That's something I won't invest in new, but to diversify. If I wanted to diversify, we went over this of my obsession of the micro Lady Dior and micro DeJoy. Remember, Kat?
Mm-hmm.
I would not diversify, but move out of my top 3 comfort zone. I will go to Dior, but I won't do it new. I've decided. In between that 8 months, I decided I won't do it new. I cannot. That is not my.
Dior new is just too expensive, and you can get so much better deals in the resale.
Yeah, I'm definitely that's not my spend. I'm definitely spent. Woo, sister! Look at this color.
Wow, I love it.
Wow.
Looks like the color on your lips, Amy.
Yeah, it's kind of similar
Beautiful.
from that angle.
I love Dior.
I think
makeup.
yours more plum though, like more berry.
Yeah, it is berry. Yeah, I love that. Thank you, Sandy.
Oh,
I love Dior
coming to
makeup.
Singapore.
No.
What?
We should meet up.
Connor, where's my invite? Oh my god.
How come nobody comes to Canada? It's too boring here.
You're so far away.
I know, I'm so far away as well.
Is it like 24 hours to fly to Canada?
Yeah. Is it 24? It's pretty long.
Yes, 24.
Yeah,
26.
it's crazy.
I'm never going.
No, not you, Kat. Not you.
I think for you, Jerusha. 24.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, I thought Kat just said it's so far for me to go to Canada. No, you're in the middle.
Oh, but is it for you?
It's a long haul flight for you, but it's like 8 hours, 7-hour flight. That's long haul, but for us, we have to have a stopover. You can't do that. You can't do that in one leg. Anyway, thank you, Sandy. Let's do this other unboxing while Kat is still here before she goes jiu-jitsu. Yes, shout outs. Please look up Tanya, especially for the tips and tricks. And I know she's in Europe. Where in Europe? I am unsure of this.
Oh, you know what? I will say this. Europe Hermes is a whole total different game than the rest of the world.
Let me find her.
Europe is a different, like Europe is very relationship based.
Right.
Whereas the rest of the world is definitely a mix of relationship and pre-spend. It's definitely not just
say who? America. What did you say? Canada and the States is pre-spend?
No, I said Europe is more relationship based, I feel. You still have to spend, right? You have to like
Be interested.
you have to be loyal to the brand. But the rest
Right.
of the world is a mix of relationship and pre-spend. You have to have both.
Yeah. I feel like you though.
Wow.
You definitely have to have pre-spend. I feel like out of all the countries, I've never heard of what Canada is like.
Mm,
I'm sorry, when you said that got to like 3-1 back
yeah.
like 8 months ago, I don't know if it's changed, has it? In the
Not that I
economy?
know of. I mean, I know it's possible for. It's not impossible to get offers lower than that. It's not impossible, but the general average is more around the 3-1s for the general average. Like most
But
people that
once
I
you get
know.
up to your kind of standard and level, does it come down?
I think you just does it come down? I'm sure it will eventually. Like, when you, as I think when your essay feels that you're slowing down, then that's when it comes down, right? If you are
Right.
slowing down yourself and you're not presenting yourself as much to the store and frequenting the store as much, then it will come down, right?
Right.
But I think generally speaking, because of the competitive and kind of everyone's trying to get the same things, and so it becomes a matter of like a bit of your own impatience and a mix of you gotta be competitive with other people that are doing the same thing.
That's exactly what Sydney's like. And my essay said that to me. So
Mm.
I got this, and she said, so I said to her, I've seen a few things online. Oh my God, I didn't finish the color.
You said red.
I know the color. One color, blue jean and new blue jean. I cannot stand blue jean because back when I bought my gold Birkin from Japan, consignment, they had so many blue jean 35s. Like it was just, and they were battered. And when you get a light blue like that battered, it's ugly.
Ooh.
It is so ugly when blue gets really, really gross. And no offense, but a lot on the Japan consignment can be really beaten up. Like it's not taken care of at all. Blue jean scratches me the wrong way. And now new blue jean, which I was like leaning towards in a belt the other day in my vlog, but because I've been trying to replace my H blue Zanzibar belt. And I said this last time, it was a regret. I'm just stupid. I was like, I'm never using it. That was a regret. Yeah.
Show us your unboxing.
Oh yeah, my unboxing. You're keeping me on track.
Yeah, because otherwise Kat has to go.
Yeah, I want to see it before I disappear.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This was such a cute video, Kat. I watched that last week. See how it says 14 hours ago for me?
Yeah.
We have an unboxing because I want to wear it.
Ooh.
So this is JerushaCouture.
Nice.
This is JerushaCouture from my boutique.
Oh,
And
your signature.
yeah, my beautiful boutique. I miss my boutique. So we picked this up in my vlog. And everything was so rushed towards the end of that. Oh, proof of purchase. I'll share the price. Because Amy's doing that. Oh, that was the best. That's all I'm taking away from this whole like podcast. You should just name it Amy Said the Price of Her Kelly.
Oh my gosh. It's public information on Purse Forum anyway.
Who?
It's public information on Purse Forum anyway. the prices of the bags?
She's
People
not
care.
gonna go back from this, Kat. She's like, it's okay. Like, we're just saying it like we're shook because I don't know. I was just listening, and I was just like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not shook of the price. I'm just saying when it came out of your mouth, I was like, whoa. We all know this size, folks. Camellia, so cute.
Why? I haven't seen a small Is that earrings? No, I know. It's a brooch.
I love how she guesses before. You did
But
this
it's
last
such a thin box. Why is it such a thin box?
Is that thin?
It's kind of thin.
It is.
I swear to God, if Chanel changes their packaging like VCA, come on. Like, really? It's thin because it's this small.
Oh, it's a small
Oh,
brown.
it's cute. It's pretty.
One of my regrets.
Oh,
Excuse me.
I like the size.
One of my regrets, I'm going to send it to you, Amy. One of my regrets on my regrets video was my braided with CZs, my braided interlocking CC brooch.
Oh, that
Oh.
I
one.
just started partying with fashion jewelry like crazy. I was just like, this is ridiculous. Why am I wasting all this money on fashion jewelry? It's just stupid. I just started going ham on it.
But you know, Jerusha, my other concern is like if you feel bored at this point and then you start venturing out to all these other brands, are you gonna have, you know, at one point you might get overwhelmed. Are you gonna have that
Overwhelmed and sell.
well, you might have like an epiphany and then want to sell it all again. I'm not saying that you're selling everything all, but like, you know, from your regrets video,
Would you go
did
through
sell
round
2 things.
2?
No, I agree with you. Will I have that? Do you know what, Amy? I think there's 2 pictures. I don't know which one's clearer for you on your Insta to put up on this.
Okay.
Isn't that what I did last time? Do you know what, Amy? That's a really good point and very, very fair to say because I suppose we all do it, right? Like we circle. Do you know who does this and says it very clearly? And she's very young, and I love that. She's a baby, but Freya, my friend Freya Killian, she's like a blogger though. She's like a life blogger. So she's like Lydia. She's not like us. Like, how do I put it in perspective in anything to do with luxury on YouTube, on any social platform? The way luxury runs is fashion bloggers that are fashion bloggers and a blogger and started with a blog. So Blogspot, a blog, right? Or a Pinterest or MySpace. And they started by showing their life and a cup of coffee in a beautiful gray environment with lovely silk curtains in the background. Okay? They are bloggers. Lydia is a blogger. She's a cinematic blogger now. She has an entire crew. Okay? She has a crew with gimbals and lighting, and she rides her equestrian horses, and she has an entire setup as a blogger. She also has an amazing Chanel and Hermes collection. We found her through that side, or we started watching her back when she was like unboxing, and we were like unboxings because we found that. We are a network of enthusiasts as YouTubers that come on here, be real, talk about prices, talk about price increases, talk about wish lists, regrets, unboxings, what fits, as enthusiasts of the houses. Do you understand? So there's definitely different levels of social media, levels in which they show it, have it, and present it as content or content creators. So Freya's more of a blogger. So she's like she will do vlogs, and, you know, she's like 21. So she goes to the city to have a coffee and she'll film it, or like whatever, right? So she's a blogger like that. So she has a very, very pristine presentation on all of her social media platforms, and it stays consistent like that. So that's a blogger style. But in her handbag collection videos and some of her like unboxings, and when she gets an Hermes, when she got a Birkin, and when she got a Kelly, or things like that, she's very real. And yes, she's young, but she's very real about it. And I love that side of her. And I remember saying to her, like, kid, you got zhuzh because you say it how it is. At your age, that's really good. Because when I started turning around and saying, oh, I just bought this Chanel handbag, but in 6 months it's not in my collection because I want to fund something else, everyone was like, ooh, you just sold it because you unboxed it. And there was all that kind of hoo-ha. Nowadays, Freya said some of the coolest things early on. And as a young one, which side do I wear it on? Which side do I wear my brooches on?
I think that looks
this side.
Yeah, that side.
Which side is my, yeah. Anyway, so she said clearly in one of her really big, and she's got great views of all her black handbag collection. When I did my black handbag collection, I mentioned Freya did that video, and she outright stated, I part with bags to fund other bags. And it was just so dynamic in the way that she said it.
Love it.
Cute. That's a cool size. Oh,
yeah,
good.
I like this size.
Yeah, that's a good size. Not too
That's
big.
a good size. I didn't even try it on. I just went, I'll take that. I'm sure the girl was like, okay. I sent it to you, Amy, so you could see. It's got Chanel, so text Chanel, and then that's all plain there.
It's gorgeous. I don't know why my Instagram is not displaying it on my browser.
Technical difficulties, guys. Stay with us. Kat, can you get in those comments? Because I can see them scrolling fast. Are they scrolling fast or am I delayed? I love Freya. Yes,
yeah, Jacqueline. She's very matured for her age.
She is so
I don't know who Freya is. I would check her out.
Killing. See what I mean? Like you got it. It's like blogger style, right? Right, Jacqueline? She's a young blogger. How else do I put it? I'm dying to see what Freya got from Paris. Oh my God, I'd love to live in London. They just hop on over.
She might have scored a mini Kelly. Okay, so I'm curious who this Freya lady is.
Oh yeah.
Let me go check it out.
Actually, she did. VJ loves. Yeah, I think she did. Did she tell me that?
Wow.
Doesn't she have one in gold as well? Okay, I'm like trying to show you my brooch here.
Oh, we see it. It's so gorgeous.
Can we see it?
Yeah, we see it. We see the Chanel.
So this was from P. So it's current 24P. So it's got larger CZs around here. And then, but my other one was like quite intricate and braided, but much bigger. This is like, I have not put that on right. That's going to annoy me. Okay. Yeah, so she outright says she's confident. That's so true, Kathleen.
I will make a comment about
Jacqueline,
that.
I'm so sorry, Jacqueline. I'm so sorry. She's confident. Yeah.
I will make a comment about the younger generation. The way I see it, and also because I can see it in my own daughter, like my stepdaughter, that they grow up with, like, we grew up in our generation, the way we grew up, we see how our parents did it, and then we learn the new technology. But the generation now that is seeing us, who already, they grew up with technology to begin with, and they grew up with the mentality that we give them, or they can learn it from social media. So for them to be able to have that kind of maturity at a younger age makes total sense, though.
Totally.
Because they learn so much faster, in a sense that they learn what we know. we learned from our parents, which didn't even know how to use a cell phone or a computer. Or we only got computers when I was in late high school, right? I'm
Right.
actually older than both of you, so I actually didn't get a computer until my last year of high school. We didn't have a computer at home. We just had computers at school, but they were very slow. So, you know, I think generationally they will always catch up to things faster, or it feels that way because that's the environment and the information that they were fed at a young age. So
Totally.
I'm not saying that is a good or bad thing. I'm just saying I think I see younger people being smarter faster because of that reason.
Yeah,
They get
me
all
too.
that information thrown at them and they can see it also in us or in the content that's being made also.
Yeah,
And
me
they
too.
can make better informed decision faster. But does it mean that they don't have their own challenges? Yes, it's a different type. It's probably more geared towards, I don't know, mental health or different types of insecurities that we, oh, here's the thumbs up. Different kinds of insecurities that we went through, right?
Right.
So I think that's why, you know, the type of content that they put out is slightly different. And
Yeah,
it
I
could
agree.
even have,
I totally agree.
yeah, and even their mentality, the way the things that they worry about is not even things that we would have worried about, but also the things that we worry about, they don't seem to worry about. It's a totally different
Completely.
mentality.
Just to add to that, I don't think that makes it better or worse either way.
Exactly.
So if you asked my mom, Jillian will say, "Oh, but darling, you just rode your bike up and down the street. It was such a care. You didn't have any of these screens." And I said, "But when I'm your age, it will be either a whole nother thing or it's no different because that's the world they know. That's what they're growing up in, as you just said. Yes, we grew up in riding our skateboards and not having computers, and we were free-spirited little kids. That doesn't make it any better, less, or worse than the kids today just because they have access to the whole world, which we didn't. And is that a good or bad thing? I would say it's fair for fair. I don't think it's a bad thing that they have access to the whole world. I think that's amazing. That's huge, growth in humankind, that we now have such a small planet that our kids can see and hear in 2 seconds what's going, whereas we didn't know.
Yeah,
exactly.
We didn't know at all. We didn't have that communication. It was a far slower communication barrier when we were kids. So that's just what they're living in now. What I will add, though, for those kind of girls in our social media realm, using it as, we covered this before, as a full-time job or a form of income that's not inside a stable, we've covered this before, because it is so new. I said this on a panel the other day in corporate. I went on a panel in corporate for real estate to talk about social media and how it integrates with this is so interesting, Amy, because now you're going into a whole different section of understanding social media and technical world, and how the economic of it to go into the corporate or just these sectors of medicine and law and all these stable, which I've said before, stable positions that you learn to grow into at school or that you're told to get a degree in from schooling, that this platform of social media or the internet is now going to give you amazing income. And you see these American YouTubers like Mr. Beast or like whatever making, hundreds and thousands of dollars on one sponsorship and videos of rags to riches. And it's shown and advertised that way because this is the only way they can advertise now. And when you see these young bloggers like Freya, or like you're saying, like they take a, angle and they put it all in with so much effort, yes, at a young age, but it's a lot of pressure. Those girls, like I just said, I'm bored, or like I might be over it and ready to hit the hay. Retire is because it's like those girls are just starting off and it is so much pressure. Oh my god, my Instagram feed has to be all blue gray with a coffee and a sprinkle of a curtain and then a Birkin in gold and then a Birkin in gray and then my cat that's a Persian gray cat. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, oh, and then I just bought my new, Mercedes-Benz, which is white with gray interior. Like, it has to follow an algorithm and a color scheme in every form of that fashion bloggers across the board on all their platforms to keep that image going, to then keep their to keep their, engagement, their average duration, to then earnings, advertising, sponsorships. And then is that where that's at? And is that as stressful as being an attorney? Is that stable as being an attorney? Absolutely not. And I'll still go back to that, which I said on another live, is it's not stable.
Yeah.
It can't be stable. I'm sorry. Not at less than 20 years old. It's not a stable career. TikTok is banned. There you go. Last week. Will the bill come over to Canada, Amy, or not?
I saw on the news something about TikTok being
America, right? So the ban's being but
I can't remember.
Being put forward to be banned in America.
Oh yes, actually, I remember now. I think it was Toronto. It was Toronto. They were trying. The Toronto school board is trying to ban TikTok from the classrooms.
Sorry, you're frozen.
I'm frozen.
No,
you both froze on me. You both froze on me just before. Say it again.
Okay.
No. America.
I think it was maybe your connection. Because I think I remember seeing on the news that the Toronto school board or the school board is trying to ban the social media sites, especially like TikTok and those viral ones from the classrooms. So I think they're trying, either Canada or like the Canadian school boards are trying to get rid of it because it's taking all the attention away from the students. Which exactly, like I was looking at that news and I was like, I never had that problem. We either fell asleep because we were too bored, or we didn't have anything else to distract us, or maybe we would just make notes and then throw at each other. That was the kind of distraction that we used to have. Never a cell phone.
Yeah.
Mini computer, right?
That's like TikTok and social media attention based, but this in America is insight.
Yeah.
So TikTok's owned. Its CEO is he says he's from Singapore, but he's Chinese. Cat.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. You don't know about TikTok? So TikTok's Amy, you should be in on this, girl.
I knew it was Chinese owned, but I didn't know it was a
Chinese
Singaporean.
owned, and it's Chinese owned, and it's based off its bandwidth from China. So the fact that it's so integrated internationally, they can track all that traffic and insight back to them.
Yeah.
And the fact that America is so on the platform, their insight is massive.
America is really inside the platform because a lot of content creators they even have like content creator houses where content creators congregate to just create content on TikTok and get really, really viral and grow their TikTok that way, right? Which is, to me, sounds insane. The fact that you move into a house full of TikTokers or social media persona.
That's
So you
crazy. I've never
imagine-
heard of that. That's insane.
Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, that's what they do in the
TikTok
States.
houses.
Yeah,
So
like
you
they're-
can imagine the USA. Can someone comment this in the live chat, please? You can imagine the US's paranoia.
Oh, I think Jerusha's the one frozen.
So true, Jacqueline. You've followed me for so long, Jacqueline. That is 100% it. And you know what? That
And
That
she
is-
continues to say this.
oh, sorry.
Maybe that's why they're getting rid of it. You cannot sustain it. It's possible.
For what? For TikTok? No.
Not
No,
for
no, no, no.
TikTok.
That's like the
Oh,
the
sorry.
feminine.
You're saying, yeah. They can't sustain that. Yeah. I mean, there's only so much you can. That's where, Jacqueline, that's where they came up with, you know how many bloody names we've all had? We started as, Snapchatters, MySpace, Snapchat, then it was like Twitter, and then, so on and so forth. We became YouTubers. Now it's like influencers. That is the most derogatory. We influence you to buy things. So influencers, now it's like bloggers first, but that goes hand in hand with content creators. So that's going back to people like Lid, going back to people like Freya. They're content creators. They're continuously making beautiful content that is essentially a form of a job. Sure, they're getting revenue from it. Are they getting enough to live? Sure. Are they young and they don't have kids and a home and 5 mortgages and 2 cars and 8 dogs? Yes. So they can live on that, revenue they make from it. But is it sustainable? I don't know. Maria, right. Okay. So here it is. TikTok is on the bandwidth of Amy. You should know this shit. I'm quite disappointed. TikTok is on the bandwidth of China. USA is supremely paranoid of the insight that they can let off the traffic and algorithm of TikTok. It has its underlying current that can basically source different things all the way through to military sources, so on and so forth. Maria, come on, baby, pull it up. Maria knows what's going on. There you go.
I don't think they can ban it. Did they ban it?
Oh no, they can ban it. I think they banned it already.
They banned TikTok?
In the US?
Seriously.
They're putting a bill through, right, Maria?
Right.
They're putting a bill through to ban TikTok in the USA because it's obviously the main source of where China wants to grab any of its insight from, obviously. But the irony is, as we've also said on other lives, Amy, we are not on the same network and platform bandwidth as China. They have their own network and we are not part of it. We never have been and we most probably never will be. It's a communist country and we're not on the same network. We all know that, right? Remember I said last time, can you imagine if it was open? I said that last time. Could you imagine if China was open social media wise? It would be insane. Insane. But we're not. They're not allowed. They don't have any of ours. There you go. 6 months to sell to America or get banned. What, Clara, what are all those TikTokers? That's their job. What are they going to do?
Move platform.
My God, I dropped out of my medical, degree because I'm a full-time TikToker now getting advertising and monetizing space. What's her name? Kim. Let's name her Kim, who was doing her doctorate to become, an anesthetist. She dropped out of college to become a TikToker because she does comedy skits. Listen, Kim, it's not sustainable. And everybody, I cop a lot of flack on the blogs for this because I say that and I say, oh, you're a veteran, Jerusha. You say you think you know everything. No. Any industry that's so young, You're taking a punt on it. That's fine. But which I said on another live, have a backup plan. My father always used to say, do not give up your day job. Do not give up your day job and have a backup plan. So essentially a full-time job, you've got this amazing position. It's boring as batshit. You got this amazing position as a clerk, as anything. I'm not just saying in corporate. You've got this amazing position in tech, in any form of, you may definitely need a degree in it. And then you go, oh, I've become this amazing YouTuber. I'm earning, so many figures a quarter. I'm going to quit it all and become full-time. It's not sustainable that America could get their bill through and bill passed, which, listen, everyone's saying it's not true, get thrown out, but where's Maria?
Well, it doesn't matter because it's all individually based, right? The ones that have created a fan base, or actually the ones that have created a brand, their own brand, their own persona, can move it to another platform or can do something about it. Well, either another platform or the platform is just the platform is just to use
Shorts has not taken off. I'm sorry. I've got to argue that, Amy. Shorts has not taken off. Google is so down in that area. And this is all just back-end talk. It's so boring. I know this is a luxury live show. How did we get into my cousin?
We talked about influencers on TikTok.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that all of them will be successful, but there will be the ones that are more entrepreneurs, and that they can use that following and the brand that they have created and make a business out of it. So I'm not saying that I'm not saying that all of them will be successful at doing that, because you still need to have a business-minded personality. But if they were smart, they would not just rely on being on TikTok. They are creating a brand and bring that along with them.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
Oh, coming back to YouTube, are you? Are you coming back to YouTube?
Well, that actually, I've heard Meredith. I don't know if Meredith said it before, but I think Meredith said it before. A lot will turn around and come back to YouTube. Not come back.
We're still here.
Meredith.
We're still here.
What?
I said we're still here. We didn't leave.
Us?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Sure, you're right, Meredith. Sure, they might, but it's not exactly that they'll come back. They started on those platforms. Sure, they're younger. There's a lot, demographics of, comedy on TikTok, to push the quick 2-second, 10-second interest, the short stream interest. We are long form content. This is getting so boring because we're talking about tech. Let's go back to handbags. I feel so
social issues.
All right, ladies.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I've got to jump off. I'm going to go for
Tell Tybo I said
my
hi.
Tybo. I don't do Tybo, but Tybo type. Thanks, Jerusha. Please continue. I will get ready while watching the two of you continue. But then, come on again. Yeah, come on. Come on again.
Come on again. So then I'm the leader of how many people have been on. Dang.
We should you should come on with the rest. Maybe like all of them.
Well, you're gonna have to have Connor. You're gonna have to have Connor solely now, because I'm not gonna hear the end of that.
Connor, Meredith, Dale.
No, Kat. He wants to be on here solo.
Solo. Okay.
Yeah.
Solo.
That's what he's trying to say. Why haven't I been invited on my own? I'm gonna get harassed now. So there you go. Next invitation, Amy, Kat.
Yeah, we'll do it. All right.
And then I'll do a group. But I'm coming back for my 4th, right? Am I invited back?
You are.
You are definitely invited back.
You're always welcome back.
Okay, I'll drop off and then please continue.
Bye. I'll see you later. Bye.
So that's Friday afternoon, Friday evening?
No, it's 10:48 p.m., so I can stay with you for a little bit.
I was gonna say, how do you line them up? Because that's
It's
the
hard.
afternoon
It's
after
hard.
lunch for her.
It's really hard, Jerusha, which is why
I
whenever we
respect.
have international guests, they always are, I guess, but if they
Respect.
are in a
Yeah.
really weird time zone, like
Yeah.
the UK, Paris, those kind of time zones is really, really tricky. When we had G on, it was his early morning. It was almost my midnight when I finished. It was past midnight when I finished, and it was the middle of the afternoon for
When
Kat.
you
So it was
finish the
really
live
like
stream?
with extreme time zones.
Wow. Yeah, see?
With you, it's a
I
little bit
just said
better because
isn't she just after lunch? Yeah, 2 p.m. she's going to her
yeah,
class, whereas you're 10:30.
yeah,
Yeah. 10.
yeah. Mine's
Because you're
almost
on the
11 p.m.
you're Vancouver, almost 11. 10:49. Anyway,
Mhm.
let's go back to luxury. I was trying to say all my cousins sit there when I tech talk going, like, A, this is so boring. Can't you talk about a Birkin bag? And 3, how do you know? I know because I said that in my vlog. I made a comment in my vlog of shopping with Hermes that I feel like I know too much, Amy.
Mhm.
Can we have a heart-to-heart, just you and me? You and
Yeah.
me, and how many other people are in the room?
133.
How many?
133 right now.
Remember when you were like, oh, there's only 100 people on this live? And I was like, how many people came to your wedding, sister? How many people?
No, I'm just saying, I'm telling you the number. It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. No, I'm saying on the first one, you're like, there's only 100 people. And they're like, imagine 100 people in your house right now. It's a lot of people. 135. Hi, guys. Let's have a deep and meaningful. Between Amy and I, why do I want to diversify? I am truly inspired by these new girls. And I say new, I apologize if I offend you. I realize I'm neurotic or whatever all these people say. But I am just, I'm saying what I feel. They're new to me because of I've seen every ebbs and flows. And sure, I'm seeing the comments in my videos that people are sick of me saying how long I've been on this platform and so on and so forth. But I feel like you've got to realize that 2 to 3 years on the platform versus 14 years on the platform is literally like what you said, our upbringings.
Mhm.
So I kind of, and that was a funny thing. I told you I was on this panel for real estate the other day in corporate. And they were, the panel was because suggesting, the panel was marrying up the fact that I am a property investor with a social media personality. Where does this come from? Where does a fashion designer be involved in property to this scale? Like we're building a building right now. A building. Like do you see what I'm saying? Like they're two ends of the world. It's like saying I'm now in finance, but I'm also a fashion designer on the internet talking about $20,000 handbags. It doesn't compute, right? So I'm sitting on this board and I'm just kind of like, the language that you speak and understand through these platforms of social media are absolutely tiny. We are a tiny, tiny percentage, a group of people, friends, VJ loves. Well, she's saying bye. Night, night. She's going to bed.
Some people are, but it's okay.
Why?
They can watch.
Okay.
It's because it's past midnight for some people.
Yeah, far out. Oh God, sorry guys. Julie says, good morning. We are a tiny pinprick of people sharing our interest in luxury goods. Tiny. And I said on that vlog, all of this drama and commotion over the last 2 weeks of these social media personalities, just, Amy, don't even get me started. You know, I spoke to you and Kat about it privately, and you guys are like, we're not getting involved. And sure, a lot of people stayed out of it. A lot of people said their piece. I told you I was not making a dedicated video. I don't have the time or energy to. I made a mention in that vlog. I copped some shit on the forums or whatever as a hater and this, that, and the other. No. Nothing is not calculated at that level. That's all I want to say. And my only issue with it is, go for it, girls. Be calculated. Have your angles to have your sponsorships, or earn this or earn that, and take home a pay packet from this consignment company that's now conveniently selling all of your handbags on this I'm getting rid of everything video. I want a clean start to life. But check the links below where I'm selling my handbags. Like, you got to feed through the bullshit. And sure, everybody has their version of why you're doing it. That's not a problem. But for me, what I mentioned was, after this long, there is someone, like I said, watching those girls, in awe of those girls, saying that and crushing their dreams.
You know, the issue with, like I said, was referring to earlier with the new generation now, is that there is too much information overload. There is all kinds of, anybody can post content, right? There's all kinds of information or opinions, in fact, because that's also the angle where I'm having a bit of a trouble, because the way I prefer to make content is to be more informational. Yes, I share my unboxing.
You're having trouble?
I am, because I'm having trouble with the direction of certain videos.
I'm interrupting. Haters, you can mention I'm interrupting. Everybody stop. Why did Jerusha sit here and mention that I'm bored and unhappy, and
you're not the only one?
Okay, then let's Kat, I know you're listening, getting changed for Tybo. Thank you.
Jerusha, you're not the only one to have feelings about how things are going.
Again.
And the thing is, that's why I said, like, the information overload, right? That's the problem that the not just young people, but anybody who consumes content these days will.
I'm frozen, Amy.
You're frozen again? I think you're the one frozen, because I think everyone can hear me.
I'm frozen. I'm frozen.
Oh, no.
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear me? Can people on the comment section tell us who they can hear? Is it Jerusha that's... Yeah, Jerusha, it's on your end. It's not our end. We can hear we can still hear you, but we can't see you. We can hear you, Jerusha.
Okay, can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're moving again. That was me. That's my Wi-Fi then.
Yeah, I think it was your...
All I heard was you got up to change of...
I was referring to the fact that, you know, these days, whoever consumes content, which is pretty much everybody, but especially the youth, the issue now is there's too much information, and you don't know what's real and what's not, and what's important and what's not. And so coming back to what you were saying, how, like, you know, the boredom, for me, it's not so much the boredom, but the way I see, you know, these content pop up in my feed, and there's just a certain direction that I personally wouldn't go for. Like, the problem I have with the content that's being made these days is that they're all opinionated based. And it's not that you can't have your opinion, you can, but when it's so saturated and it's just about opinions are not facts. And therefore, to me, they're not helpful. And so the reason why I try, at least with my own videos, to be more information based, or at least to be more informative based, even if I am injecting my opinion, say on a bag, like I like it this way, that way, but that's still, I give a reason why around it, why I like it that way. And it's also very personal, like personal as in like, this is my preference. And if you have the same preference as me, then maybe it will be helpful to you. But all the other kind of, I know people, that's the problem, right? Like when you're in a rut and you don't know what to talk about anymore, you're trying to be creative and you create content that is maybe more just like to inject opinions. And it, like I said, it's not that it's bad necessarily, but when it's oversaturated and it becomes redundant and everybody feeds off of it, and when it becomes negative and you feed off of it, then it can be very toxic.
Yeah.
And that adds to the information overload as well.
Yeah.
Which I think it could maybe explain some of your boredom in this space.
So take that exact section of comment that Amy just said, that paragraph, and rewind it 14 years to when it was not that.
Correct.
When it was the excitement of just unboxing, not even a Chanel brooch, because that was not it.
Yeah.
The innocence, that's the word. The innocence of and that's fair to say as well, that it was brand new. There was no such thing as monetizing. They had no idea to earn. They had no idea of the earning capacity. Google knew what they were doing advertising-wise to buy the platform off the YouTube boys. Sorry, the Google boys to buy it off YouTube that created it as a gaming platform. My best friends on YouTube are gamers. My best friend on YouTube is Swoozy and Mr. Beast. Jimmy they were gamers though.
Yeah.
Sharing live stream of gaming, right?
Yeah.
Fortnite. They were playing, like, that's it. That's how it started. Then for the boys to see that it was such a lucrative advertising platform that the search engine of Google was, to then be able to acquire it for probably peanuts like they did, to make it into this phenomenon of essentially television, because nobody watches free to air. And now you can move it on to television. Like, it's just insanity of how amazing that growth has been. But you're right. What it becomes nowadays was not what it was back then. And sure, everything ebbs and flows and grows. But now you can see why I'm sitting back over here. And for you to say, and now admit to me, I'm over here being like, I'm bored. And then at the end of the whole podcast, you're like, well, actually, I'm not very comfortable when it becomes toxic like this. And I've had chats with girls. I've had chats with heaps of girls. I've had chats with Lou, just to be Lou, and she's young. She's a fashion blogger. She is a blogger. There you go. Lou is young as hell. Hey, babe, if she ever sees this. She is a little baby. She's like 20, and she's a blogger. So she would run off a blog. That type of, genre compared to our genre. So your opinion, your paragraph there relating to everything and opinions and what it becomes toxic, and that topic stays on. So the topic of the last 2 weeks on those girls' videos, and then we all responded, and people just jumped on those trains for views or whatever they did, who cares, or to get in the conversation. So imagine me sitting here 14 years later being like, I miss filming off my Nokia 10.
I understand the sentiment because Jerusha, you've been around for 14 years, but I'm about to hit my 10-year anniversary as well. It's kind of crazy. It's like when I started watching you, YouTube was just starting, and people made video to share like a tutorial, and I don't I at the time I didn't even consume YouTube, to be very honest. I just didn't even understand people, why would they make videos. But then when I realize a group of people like you and just sharing and basically giving me inspiration on what I can buy next, that became a thing that I was interested, which is essentially, I think, the way YouTube videos have shifted and molded into these days. The part that I get uncomfortable is when people use, say, another person's video to talk about them or to talk about what they talked about, and that's
Right.
where I'm uncomfortable, because I guess, I don't know, it's either cultural, I just don't do that.
To be honest, you said that to me privately. You're like, I'm not
Mhm.
confrontational. I don't want to get involved. Because I said to you, I said, when we were talking about my Birkin, I said, I don't want to get involved in this mess. And everybody will say to me, oh my God, Jerusha, like, are you going to make a video replying to Anna Bay? I'm like, I don't have
There's
time
no
to
need,
hang out.
though.
Pardon?
That's the type of content that I feel like, is that really helpful?
No.
Because why can't you make up your own mind?
The young lady isn't helpful, and her content isn't helpful. But I started on a platform where no one like that was on here. So
Yeah.
I refer back to that, and I, not in a negative way, turn around and go, am I an old grumpy lady that's like, am I done? And I said that on the vlog, and I've said it in a few videos, and now it's like the back flack is like, oh, you're just saying it. So it's like, well,
you're saying it because you feel it.
exactly. I'm being honest. I'm being honest to say, Fashionably Amy is correct. It is getting toxic. Lou is correct. It's getting toxic. It is because we are shifting from the enjoyment, and Amelia said this, Amelia said, I said, we're enthusiasts. We're a club, which I said on my blog. We're a club. We're a book club. We're a stamp club. We are a club that enjoy to exchange our information about high-end fashion luxury brands. That's it. Whether you come from fashion as your background, or whether you come from extreme intellect corporate, which techies, I'm sorry, you've got to have a brain to do what you do. And you've got to have tolerance, because you're looking at a screen all day, sister. And wow, but your side hustle is that you have a love and a passion for high-end luxury goods, and you're just sharing them. And we're sharing them on a platform that has grown exponentially to a point where you can earn money off it. So what does that become in the way of topics? How do I create a topic that's going to get me views, get me engagement, get me, average duration engagement? It's not about engagement. It's about how long someone stays on a video, by the way. And then that's
and
becomes toxic.
it's become toxic, and
sad.
It's sad, but I also wonder if that's also not the part that is also not sustainable. The sustainability of the topic itself, which is the opinionated toxicity, right? Or the feeding off of each other, that is also not sustainable. And at the end of the day, I think the reason why I keep showing up, or we keep showing up, is that we revert back to what we know and that what we do best, which is information sharing, trying to be helpful in amongst the sea of crazy overload. CRAP, you know. It's
Jerusha
just like
Jerusha just outright swears, and you're like spelling. The worst thing is my 7-year-old can spell really well now, so I'm like BITCH. She's like,
yeah.
you're 100% right. You're 100% right. And the other thing that's not sustainable is in other genres on YouTube, they have made channels based on the gossip. So what's the tea of
Exactly.
this? Yeah. So tea time, or like whatever her name is, who makes teas on all the vloggers in America. And it's just kind of like, that's why I say is it sustainable? It's so young. And that's why I always say, when I get the comments, should I do this full time? I go, hell no. Oh, but no, I took a punt. I had a fashion. I have a degree in fashion design. I had a fashion boutique and didn't know how to market it. The local newspaper was not going to get me clients walking through my door. What is this thing? YouTube, Twitter. What is this thing? Let me pull out my Nokia. That's what someone said, like, oh, it's only been, 14 years. They launched in 2006. Did they launch with gaming? I did my first video. I've archived 5 videos because I cannot. They're in my pocket. They're in my pocket, Amy. Like, you're like, they're not even. It's like, hi. It's like, I can't. Like, they're not videos, right? And when I first uploaded them, it was like dial-up internet.
Yeah, it was
that
quite
took
terrible.
like 5 hours for 3 minutes of me
Yeah.
filming from in my pocket. Like,
wow.
Yeah. So that's why I say, like, I knew too much. Are we done? What keeps me here is the passion for fashion, the passion for the lie. The passion for the lives. What? The passion for the lines, the brands. And then the new energy that comes in, as I'm saying, when I watch Dale's collection, when I watch Steph's collection videos, when I, have a chat with Meredith about a Birkin picnic and go, what the hell is happening? And when I talk to Maddie Shops is one of my best friends. Her love for Chanel is sickening, and that is 100% a dedicated luxury shopper for one of the highest ranking luxury brands in the world. The highest.
Mm-hmm.
The most recognizable symbol in the entire world. Right? Am I wrong?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, she's amazing. We had her also recently. Her, that's why we love having different guests.
You have a great
they
diverse.
each bring a different perspective.
Right.
And they all have, their level of passion or the way they express their admiration for certain things. Like her is pretty much ready to wear. That's her thing. And it's amazing.
Again, that's what I say to her, Maddie. We're here showing handbags. I'm a fashion designer. I majored in Mugler. Do you even know when I see celebrities now bring that back in fashion, in clothing, and I see them on the red carpets and they're like, I'm wearing Mugler, and it's really avant-garde, and these dresses are like wild, and they're like, I love that because I drape that. Couturier in French, handmade, right? JerushaCouture. I used to make handmade dresses for my best friends' formals and proms. That's how I started my fashion label. So to see her buy ready to wear, I'm like, that's what these brands are based around. They're not based around a handbag. That's just their bread and butter on top of it all.
For sure.
Have we got any other questions? We haven't even been in the comments.
No, because it's gone quiet.
Because everyone's gone to sleep.
We have a comment from Kim KK loves CC. It was really different back then for sure. We all girls in the closet sharing our bags, doing reviews, getting so excited over these things. These days, it's much more of a production.
Oh my God.
And that it's
So
so true.
true.
Kim also has her own channel, and
I
she
miss
shares.
sitting on the ground.
Yeah, the production part also is. I understand that we all need to evolve and move with the times, which the production has definitely helped with at least the quality of video, because at least we could hear people properly, we could see them, they're more in frame, whereas before maybe people would be really far away and then showing things from very far away, or you can't hear
And
them
it's
very well.
easier to like enjoy the items now with like
Yes.
proper. These are
Yes.
matching. Oh my
So,
God! I said Timeless Vogue had one of these on her site. I think it's sold. This is so classic. Do you have this, Amy?
I don't have one
Mini
because I
Okos?
only use a card holder. Yeah, I don't have that many cards. I only have 5 cards, and that's all I use.
And they're probably all on your phone. Is this all getting
Yeah.
redundant now? Because I was like, I have it on my phone. And they're like, yeah, I don't do applications.
I love the flat card holders. I love just caring about 5 cards. So 3 on the outside.
I
and
want to get the Chanel one. Should I get the
Oh,
Chanel?
yeah. Yes, the Chanel one is my
I
favorite.
thought I have the like the recto. Yeah, show me. I have the recto verso version of the Chanel. You know how I have the tall one with the zip.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were getting it for me.
I am. It's just on this side.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
this is the one
collection. The Egypt.
I know. This is my
I
ever
miss
since I started
color.
using this one, which is ever since I bought it,
I
haven't changed it out of it because it's so good. Like I literally have 3 cards, and then I have 2 more cards inside and money, and that's all I need.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I've been in this, and I just changed out to this because I have. What am I in? I'm in the 19.
Yeah.
I'm in the 19. I'm filming, so it's up there. I'm in the 19, so I switched out to this. But I had been in, like, the new my new.
Oh yeah, I love that.
And it's a dream. I think I want to. Should I ask my essay for because I have the like recto verso one. But then I think, is that redundant? But really, at this stage, what is redundant, Jerusha? I've been requested to do my Louis Vuitton pouches and like pochette and like cosmetic case collection. I was going to look at filming it this afternoon tonight, but because I've got all afternoon and night now, because I'll film, my kids are at my in-laws. And Will's at his restaurant, so I'll film all night tonight. And I'm like, oh, should I film that? And then I have to sit now. See, I'm fatigued. I'm like the labor of love. Like I'm fatigued to do it. So I think I'm also tired in that sense. Like I'm like, whereas before I would be like, I want to like show you guys and I like, that's another thing. Authenticity. I feel like you would agree with me that I still want to be effing authentic. I'm sorry. I do. I don't want to pretend like you and I were similar like that in these Hermes purchases. So I'm about to unbox it, but everyone said on that vlog, like, you didn't look excited. And now you're saying in your unboxing, everyone was kind of like, do you really love it though? We are authentic, so we can agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, you can have your own insecurities about loving something so much, but you still have insecurities about it.
Absolutely.
That's why it costs an arm and a leg, and it's a commitment. And you have your, like for me, it's the color. Like it's such a white bag. I know I can't wear it all the time, so I am insecure about this. But do I not love it so much? Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely.
And for you, it's just that it's such a beautiful neutral color, but it's not exactly what you asked for, and yet you still love it.
And that's why it's a similar it's kind of parallel with us with these two offers that we just got. Isn't that so funny? And I had just messaged you.
I
Didn't I
know.
say in that blog, like, Amy made me get it? I'm pretty sure. I just messaged you, like, what the hell should I do? And you were like, you can pass. I would pass.
The reason why I
But
say
that was-
that, and that's also another thing I want to say, I always say that in my videos too. I'm like, don't even listen to me because that's just my opinion. But if you ask my opinion, I'm not going to give it to you. And the reason why I said to pass is because I thought you were set on black
I
and
am
that you
set
would
on
always think about black.
black. I am
But the
set
thing
on
is, I
black.
also know this color. I know this color. Vert Amande is absolutely gorgeous. It's such a, like, once it's gone and they really don't make it that often. I'm so surprised that they even offered it to you. So it must be a one-off
I think
that
Meredith-
once it's
I
gone,
think
you
it
never
was-
see it again.
Yeah,
It's one
Meredith
of those
said, I
colors.
think it was the 22 color.
It's
Came
even
out
before that.
spring,
It's a
summer
21
22.
color, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a really rare color. They don't make
Right.
it. They don't really make it, right? So
Yeah. So many
the fact
subbies
that-
said that. You can always get black.
yes, correct.
Makes me feel like part of me would stop shopping altogether and I can get black consignment. I'd buy black, except for my import with Fashion File and Luxee Couture, my import shit. But
Yeah.
my import tax is shit. But
Well, same here. The import
same
tax
as Canada. I know,
from
right?
anywhere outside Canada, basically.
Canada and Australia. Well, I said that last time. We're very similar like that. I can buy it tomorrow from them. But my goal was it was like a sneaky goal. An update though, MS wise, I parted with my 29 Evelyn.
Oh, good for you.
Did I ask you this? Did I talk to you about
I think you were showing it to me, but was it black? It was black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Black
okay.
29. I parted with it. I have or am getting the mini.
The mini, yeah, the mini is a good, cute
In
size.
black with gold.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Do I feel like that will fulfill me with the black with gold? New from the boutique. I'm getting it new from the boutique.
Nice.
But I feel like that will fulfill my gold because it's soft. It's Clemence black with gold for now. So this is fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
That's
not
what I
just
wanted to
fine.
do.
Your bag is actually gorgeous. If it's any consolation, I would have taken it. So, I
That's what I
mean,
wanted to show you with this. I don't have a tape measure here, but I wanted to show you in your video, you were saying 29 instead of 28. The cellier cuts out another, I think it's 2.5. This is centimeters, guys. Sorry.
but then the 25
Oh, sorry,
is
millimeters.
25.
Pardon?
The 25 is actually 25 centimeters. It's just
But
the
not in
28.
cellier.
Yeah, it's still cellier. My 25 is a cellier. And it measures 25. But for some reason, the 28 size measures bigger than 28. It measures
Really?
29. Yeah. I can show it to you now. The 25 shows 25 for some reason, at least on mine. But
I
the
thought
20,
this showed like 25 and a half, 26, because the way cellier is cut out, we get like 1.62 mil more.
but you know what? They are all different. I feel like the
Because
bags
it's handmade. You
different.
said that in your video.
Yeah, this is 29.
Yeah.
29.
I don't have a soft tape right now. I only have a ruler and I'm not putting that on my back. Yeah.
But it's all good.
Side note, okay, I am going to ask my essay because I want one in flat. And I think I said a while ago to you that I wanted a long wallet from Chanel. I bought the 19 and I hated it. And it wasn't even long. It was like a compact size anyway. So I wanted a long one. But I think we're going to get a flat card holder for sure. But I'm trying, like, that's what I'm trying to do. I go, should I buy 3 of these things or should I just buy a handbag? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll go, should I buy 3?
Right now.
Pardon?
I would just buy what you want to use right now.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I just want to, yeah. I just think I want to be inspired. The girls inspire me. Their freedom inspires me.
Still going on after 3.5 hours. You're like the record. You're gonna be our record live
But
stream.
I am like the last time as well as I look at him like, shut up, dude. And I keep Amy up every time, girls. Kat, if you're listening, getting ready for a gym, I keep
She's
your
probably
friend up
gone
all
by
night.
now.
She's been out at a function as well. She's wined and dined at a function.
She's probably teaching already. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I'm just kidding. But yeah. Yeah, just buy what you want to use now. I
Yeah.
feel like that's the best way to approach like I have so many things on my wish list, but what's the thing that I want to wear right now? Then I'll go buy that one because that's gonna bring me the most joy. Otherwise, it might sit in the cupboard for a while, and then you'll wait to unbox it because you have to show it first, and then it just sometimes it takes the joy away. So
It
I'd rather just
definitely does. That's the answer. Did we get ourselves into? Did we get ourselves? Do we, back ourselves into a corner where because we're on social media, I can't unbox this and enjoy it until I show it to the world. And then once I show it to the world, it has to sit pristine and it's beautiful and it's clean and I can't use it, but I can use it, but I want to use it, but I don't want to use it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like then you fight with yourself. There's something about these girls. There's something about watching Meredith that I'm like, she's so free. To me, she is.
Yeah.
Dale is so free to me. It's irrelevant. It's just like I want to find that excitement again. Do you remember there was a phase of videos that went around with us where we were saying things like purse piece?
Yeah, I never had that.
I never
believed in that. I never believed in that.
I looked back on some of these videos. I'm like, that's the dumbest topic we ever came up with. Purse piece.
I don't know who came up with that, but I never admitted to that. I said I was never going to be in purse piece.
But peace, the opposite to peace is fighting. So the suggestion of peace means that we're in turmoil when we're shopping. So that's another point of saying, where's the joy? So it's just that feeling of, I just love the fresh feeling that the girls, Kat's commenting, no, I'm here. Well, kind of.
But she's already on her way to her class. She's like on her way. It's not a typo class, but
it's not typo.
It's pretty awesome, cool. Nevertheless.
Typo. That's what it's going to be forever now, Kat.
You know what I do, Jerusha?
And passion. Yeah.
I know. You know what I do now? Instead of waiting to unbox it to the world before I use it, I actually just use it. And then I unbox it when I feel like it. Like I'll just box it back and I'll unbox it. That's what I do now. I just use my shit. I just use it. It's almost midnight, so I can do it.
She didn't spell that for the podcast. She said that one outright. I want to ask a question.
Okay.
You and hubby, what was the conversation? No worries. What went through your mind in that space of however long you took in Hawaii when she bought it out? Talk me through Amy's I want to hear the whole train of thought because I'll tell you mine.
About this bag?
Yeah. About the bag sitting next to you. Yes.
This bag was actually pretty simple because this bag I got offered on the last day. The last day we were there. We were actually flying out on that evening.
Yeah.
And so
you passed on a constant.
I passed on the constants on the first day. So on the first day, well, it was actually the second day. On my second day to Hawaii, I went to the store. I did all my shopping. And then at the end, I asked about a Constance. And she had one, but it was
it
blue.
an 18? Sorry.
It was 18, but it was a blue color. It was navy blue.
Navy
and
blue.
navy blue. Yeah. And
What
I
leather?
said, "Oh, navy blue, is that bleu nuit?" And she said, "No, bleu nuit looks black. Navy blue is
Yeah, it
actually
does.
quite bright,
Yeah.
right? It's a brighter blue,
Yeah.
but it's a dark blue." And I said, "Can I see it?" And so she showed me. She actually didn't show me the bag yet, but she was just trying to find a picture of navy blue, and it's palladium hardware. So on top of that, the combination I didn't love palladium, navy blue. So that's just like. So she said, "This
Very,
bag,
very
I actually put it
military.
aside for you." Like
Very
it was actually
military.
for me. It was put aside from me. And I said, "You know what? I will have to refuse it because I don't want navy blue. Do you have another color?" And she's like, "No, that's the only constants they have." And I said, "Do you think while I'm here, because I'm here for 7 days, do you think you'll receive any new stock?" And she said, "We won't be receiving any constants, but I can see what we have, and then I'll let you know if we get something." So at that point, I was very, in turmoil because I was like, okay, if I just wait for her to call me
Turmoil.
again, am I even gonna get any bag? Because right now I'm guaranteed to get this constants. I'm guaranteed.
Turmoil, though, that's such an interesting way to put it. I thought you were going to say you're quite torn, as in,
I
like,
am
do we
torn
just
because at the
we
end
cut the
of
whole
the day,
shop?
I wanted a constants. At the end of the day, that's
That's
the
what you
wish
went
bag I
for,
wanted.
right? You said that.
So it's just that the color is not the color I want. So the turmoil is that I know she has this bag for me. It's for me. It's mine if I wanted it. But I had to refuse it in the end, like, going back and forth. And so she just kept an eye for me on whatever is going to come in during that week because she knew there was going to be a shipment. So luckily, that's also all the stars have to align,
That
because if they're not
timing,
going to get anything in,
I was
you don't
going to
get
say,
anything offered that week, and then I
the
have to leave.
lines.
Yeah. So so that was already the begin. So that was at the beginning of the trip. So throughout the whole trip until the last day, it's like nothing happened, right? Until the last day, finally get called back in, but it was on the day we were leaving. And so she told me she had this big box, right? Big box. I knew it was not a small bag. It was a bigger box. So she was telling me, "Okay, Amy,
You
I know
like
you
even
wanted smaller bags.
what item it is.
I know you want
You're
smaller
so
bags,
skilled. You're like, I know what item that is.
but we can't get you a smaller bag because we don't have that. And like, whatever we have, more people who are on the wait list longer than you have been, allocated them. So I still want to offer you something, but I can't get you the size you want, but at least I try to get you the color that I see you liking." I never actually told her white was my color, but I just, I always said neutrals is okay. And then she also could see how I dress. I dress like
Yeah,
this in Hawaii, basically, right? Like that's
I
the kind of
bet.
outfit. That's the kind
That's
of
kind
outfit
of
I
like
am
a,
in.
yeah, I was going to say that's kind of like it's kind of like that kind of vibe.
Tropical.
But just also
So,
like
oh, I think you're
just very
frozen
nice.
again for sure. Anyway, so
Am I
she
still
opens
frozen?
the box and she grabs it out, and I was like, literally the moment I saw it, like I couldn't say no, just because of the color combination. It was a dream combo. So
It is
I
so classic.
I agreed with her whole reasoning that, she couldn't get me the size I want. And yet she still tried to fulfill my wish as close as possible, which is, essentially I love Kelly's and I love neutrals. She happened to get the most neutral white color that, you could ever get, that I didn't
Right,
even ask for.
right.
But yeah, I would say the stars had to align. And of course, you still have to build somewhat of a profile in order to get something like this, right?
Because
This is basically a unicorn.
you
And
said
that's
that
what
was your
happened.
second time, right?
Yeah, that was my second trip. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that train of thought though, to go, oh, What was the question? What was the constants in Epsom?
Epsom, yeah. But blue navy though. Palladium, blue navy.
You keep blanking out on me.
Yeah, I think it's your connection.
I think it's my connection.
Yeah, even your connection is saying that it's too long.
It's saying get off, Jerusha. Oh my god. Oh my god. As long as I get invited back, that's all I care.
I want you to come back. Actually, our May calendar is already prepared, but would you like to come back in June?
Sure. I'm
Please
so
come back
proud of
in
you
June.
girls. Can I just say that honestly? So is this your third year? I was thinking about it earlier.
Yeah, it is. It is. We started it
Good on
from
you.
when the pandemic started. Actually, it's our fourth
Right.
year now. It's our fourth year.
Right. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I actually just said on Insta stories, you guys should make it a podcast. You should Spotify for it. Just because I'm not in the comments, but I just sit back and I listen to it while, I put the kids in a bath or I'm driving to work or whatever, just to hear, all of us chat about the same stuff we like. And that's, as we keep going around and saying, that's being enthusiasts like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, Jerusha,
I don't want to keep you up anymore. Okay, I swear to God, you've been to
you
a
have more,
and it's midnight. Like,
did you want to say one last thing? Because I definitely don't want to just halt it like that, but I do have to go to bed.
You sure do, guys. It's 11:30 and she's been at a function for Hermes. Jerusha, have you been wearing your bag? SK, honey, I'm about to do the unboxing. I haven't even unboxed it yet. A podcast would be awesome. See, Debbie? So they can ask at work. You can opt for a Spotify podcast. I think you have to lodge. Ask at work. I think you have to I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure to get a actual.
You know what I do already, Jerusha? Because I listen to a lot of podcasts. I just leave my video on and I just listen. I just leave the screen on and I listen.
So do I.
I don't. It's, to me, people that want to listen, not watching, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I love it
in that way.
It's like talkback radio for me. Not that I've ever listened to that, but. And I love just listening, I love having it in the background, I love podcasts like that. Oh, SK, hang on, I've got to say this. Amy, you haven't mentioned your trip. What was your pre-spend? I believe that you mentioned your pre-spend in your last trip.
I did. Well, I mean, I didn't say the amount, but I said the total amount. I said the total amount from the 2 trips together. So
you said it was
my video.
You said it was a 1 for 1 or 1.5 for 1, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the pre-spend, like I said on my video, I guess it's 3 hours. Maybe most people won't see it until now. My total pre-spend 2 trip combined, tax included, 16.5K. This bag after tax, 13K plus, right? It's just over 13K. So it's just a little over 1-to-1, right? It's maybe 1.1 to 1, I think, or 1.2 to 1. I can't remember. And so, yeah. And the categories that you buy into, I think is kind of important too. Like it gives you brownie points when you buy mostly ready to wear. So I bought mostly ready to wear, followed by shoes and scarf.
She's saying, so SK is saying she got confused because she thinks you combined both pre-spends for both trips.
Yeah, I did. That's what I said. Yeah, SK. Yeah, both trips combined. Because I didn't get any offers on my first trip, right? Not bag-wise. And so, yeah. And from what I heard, that's kind of typical of of Hawaii. like just a little. You still have to spend a little over 1-to-1 to get.
I see what she's trying to say. SK, she's trying to work out the timeline for the spend. Because we're saying, because you and I are saying,
It doesn't
like,
reset, my dear. It doesn't reset. Your pre-spend stays with you. It stays
ours
with
don't
your profile.
reset. Yeah, ours don't reset, SK.
It only resets after you get a quota bag offer. It doesn't reset in the middle of the year or
Mine
after
doesn't
the year.
even reset.
Oh.
Mine resets for getting a quota bag.
Yeah,
for like
exactly.
a year or less than a year. My essay goes, I could probably get you maybe a Kelly in black in 35 by like September.
Wow.
You want that? Well, yeah. Like, see, we don't reset, and even our online purchases go towards it. Some countries,
wow.
yeah, that's Australia. Some countries they don't. Well, at least
Yeah, it
my
doesn't count
essay
here.
and the store manager said it goes towards it. Like it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar. Sorry, it goes towards. It goes towards. It goes on our profile.
Well, it goes towards your purchase history, but it doesn't count as your pre-spend from the store. That's what I was told.
Right. So
Even
you're
my
much
own essay
more,
told me
you are
that.
much more on a. See, if Meredith was still here, I'm sure she can tell you in detail about Australia because I'm not that in the know about pre-spend. Because to me, when I watch you, sometimes I'm just like, wow, like it is so calculated up there.
Yeah.
It's like Canada only specifically, and it interests me that for the house in all different countries and continents and areas, it varies completely. Where it doesn't with Chanel, it doesn't. It's stock related for Chanel. It's stock related if they
I'm
have it.
sad to say that even with Chanel in Vancouver, it's sort of the same story because I've been trying to get a specific bag since it launched last year. And I was told that unless I was the top VIP spender, I wouldn't get that bag.
What bag?
It's the Kelly Chanel bag.
I was going to say the Kelly.
Yeah, I've been trying to get it.
I can get a Kelly here for you.
Oh, please get it for me. I can't get it here. I literally impossible. And I'm not about to drop
we have to
100,000
help each other out then because I've got a personal shopper right now working and I think she's got it, but I have look at us having a private conversation on the World Wide Web. Hi guys. We'll talk about this offline.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't be able to even help me Hermes wise because it would count towards your bags. That's the last thing my essay said as I walked out the door with my Birkin. She said, do not buy another bag. That was what she said. Online, here, if I'm not here, do not buy another bag. If a Picotin comes up or the mini Evelyn that you want, don't buy a bag. If you want another quota bag or if you want, because I said, should I want a 35? And I tell her, she knows I'm a blogger. Like, she knows I'm a fashion blogger. So she's like, I know you probably get offered them all the time from consignment stores.
But you want the store experience. Why not if you have the relationship?
I just like going. And that's the funny thing. I was like, you just buy shit you don't need. It's like, no. I actually like the brand. So, oh my God, guys, it's midnight for Amy.
Sorry?
Any other people?
Anyway, Jerusha, I love you, but I think we should wrap it up here.
Yeah,
getting a little late, but I
want
you to come back in June.
Guys.
Thank you.
I'm coming back for if I come back for 4th visit, am I the top? Wait, did you say the gentleman in Europe's been on 4 times?
It's been on 3 times.
I'm very competitive. I have to beat.
You'll beat him for sure. I don't think he'll come back soon.
Let's just go over it again. I've been here the longest, so I need to be on here the most. Connor has to be on next. Amy's gonna harass me. Poor little thing. He's a cutie. You got to have him on. He's the judge. He will
we
take it
had
all.
him on. He's so funny.
No,
I'm
on his
sure
own.
also
To
when he
have
goes to
on his
Singapore.
own, to have his own moment.
Yeah, let's do that. All right.
Have a good night's sleep, Miss MS.
You.
You should float in your dreams. You look like an absolute, just a shining star. I love that outfit. Can everybody after this live chat, so if you're watching it once we're off being live, in the comments below, what emoji? Leave me a star, okay, the star emoji, if you love Amy's ensemble. If you're only just joining now, go back, go back
This
later
one.
when you watch it, not live.
This one.
Her ensemble, yeah, there you go, star. Leave me a star. I want to see 100 stars. That is the most beautiful ensemble, and it complements your bag.
I'm trying to get the emoji to come up.
Yeah, I know, that's so annoying.
Tired.
Because you've got
iPhone
the
is
comment
tired.
bar. It complements your Kelly. Just
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Congratulations on your Kelly.
Congrats to you. I can't wait to see your unboxing video. I seriously am waiting.
I'll film it now. I'll film it now. We'll just get straight into it.
We'll speak on the chat.
Okay, bye guys.
Okay,
Thanks so much for watching.
Good night, everyone.
Have a nice sleep. I'll have a nice dinner.
Bye,
guys.